It was declared the national. Really? I didn't know that.
Required
is completely closed. We could see intercepts taking place. And when you talk to Israelis, and even just being here a few hours on the ground, you can see really a very clear difference, Abby, from other trips we have done here, from last year's tit-for-tat back and forth between Israel and Iran. And when you look at those startling images of the enormous damage that was done by that Iranian ballistic missile on the outskirts of Tel Aviv, as you mentioned, one woman killed, and you saw this night sky lighting up over Tel Aviv, some of them being intercepted, those
Testing.
missiles, some of
I
them
did that on
getting
purpose. That
through,
was
and
all
the
part of the plan.
power of those missiles,
All part of the plan.
velocity of the kind of roar as they made impact.
Yeah.
When you talk to people here,
It hit 9 o'clock
sense
faster than I
that
thought.
this
I
is
thought
a
I was more
significant
prepared.
escalation,
And then all of a sudden, oh
that
shit, it's
this
9
is
o'clock.
leading
Oh shit.
to a new
What's up,
chapter.
John McCarter?
That's something
Abe.
that
What's
is
up, dude?
being echoed
You guys don't need to hear
across
my
the
voice
region
anyway.
tonight,
Right?
or I should say
What's the
this
point of that?
morning, Abby, really on a night
Let's see.
that
Yeah, so
hurt Israel's
we've been
defense.
watching this for a while. Just Marines walking around or National Guard. I don't really know. Oh, what's this? Again, I don't know if this one is live. I don't know if this one is live. Or if this is... It looks like it's live. Oh, shit. Yeah, so I mean, people are starting to speak out about the idea of taking over freeways. Like, this is... If you want to protest like this, you want to take over freeways, you want to block streets, shit's going to happen. We're not going to put up with that. I don't know if these are highlights from the day or... Because I don't remember any of this footage, so this... I have a hard time believing this is live, though. But I'm going to watch, because I haven't seen this. Yeah, it definitely looks like there's cuts here. Let's see what else we got. Live ABC 7. Yeah, they're... When is this from, dude? I have no idea when this is from. I'm pretty sure this isn't live. Let me look at all the cuts and shit. All right, let's see what else is going on. What's up, everybody? Welcome. Just another day of what's happening in America today. This is actually live. This is funny because this is John Hicks' stream.
Thank you, Jen. Appreciate that.
But you guys should definitely follow him.
In and out of the
He's
abyss,
doing
Marines
great
regarding
coverage.
a federal building early.
And it's funny. He was earlier. It was a little calmer, and he was filming the Marines, and they had a phone out, and they were literally watching him film. And he was like, "If you're watching my stream, wave." And then the Marine started waving at him. Hilarious. I knew they were going to do that. It's smart. Like, this is intel, dude. These streamers are like the best intel for the police. and everybody really.
Cal judge, just NorCal.
All right, we only got
I'm good, bro.
two
I just got tea all over myself.
kick streamers out there. And this guy's taking a break.
They're streaming right now in front of
This
us.
is definitely live.
Oh, yeah, we just passed that.
Curfew in 54 minutes. So again,
There might be
we'll
another
probably
building
see
where
some
we
shit
can
go down for curfew. Let me see if we got any more kick streams going. Yeah, still just 3. This seems like the only one that anything's happening on.
Guys, after the last time I streamed,
This is Andy Ray TV.
peaceful protest
On
was
Kick.
stuck in my head for, I kept going like, peaceful protest.
Oh, I know what you mean. We'll catch up. I guess we got 54 minutes for curfew kicks off. You know, this one, I don't trust this one because I don't think this one's live, man. I mean, look, it also look how yeah, it's definitely not live. This one's definitely not live. Look at it's getting darker here. Where here, it's like, this is earlier in the day. I don't know if this is today or they're just, I mean, you know how these Indian streamers are, man. Like, they'll find any little trick to get viewers. So they put like CNBC-TV 5,272. And then they'll compile shit that happened, like highlights of things, and then like pretend like it's live. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is a legit CNBC stream. Unstoppable gifted a membership to I Love Ketchup. Alrighty. I mean, there's a lot of things in this life to love. I guess ketchup is one of them. Thanks for the gifted membership, Be Unstoppable. Yeah, smash the thumbs up, guys. We'll be here for a while. We'll see what happens. We're gonna go over the everything. We got a bunch of footage from what's going down with Israel and Iran. And we'll be watching the protest tonight, which I don't know if it's going to be calm, if it's going to be crazy. I
About
really
as good
don't
as
know.
it's gonna get.
I really
I'm
don't
closer
know.
than even any of the presses right now to the front line at the federal building. So
Turn this down a little bit.
once again, appreciate everyone tuning in tonight. We're out here in downtown Los Angeles. Continued days of unrest. Curfew starts in 55 minutes.
So he's 3 minutes behind. I think there's a little delay. It's 52 minutes according to my time. We'll see. I mean, there are people out there. It could get interesting.
Damn.
But I think tomorrow is going to be really. I'm going to try to stream early tomorrow, because I think a lot of these protests are going to be in the afternoon tomorrow, right? All right. So right now it seems like mostly peaceful protesting. Let's check up with these. This senator, they're making a big deal about it. This senator showed up to a Kristi Noem press conference and basically looked like he was charging the stage. Like it's a press conference. It's not there for him to make a fucking political statement. And he got arrested for it. And Gavin Newsom jumped right on it, right? Oh, if they can handcuff a U.S. senator for asking a question, imagine what they'll do to you. Well, he fucked around and found out. Let's see. Yeah, this is them. This is him. Let's get the one where this is the one where he charges the stage. And the Democrats, like they're jumping right on this. You know, any chance they get to fucking put some of the heat on Trump right now. Senator Alex Padilla is one of the most decent people I know. I'm sure, Gavin. This is outrageous, dictatorial, and shameful. Trump and his shock troops are out of control. I mean, this is probably like local security. They're acting like this is Trump's shock troops. It's like it's probably her security.
I have questions.
So yeah, so like he's trying to charge like at her. I don't know, at the stage. Let's start it over. Is she speaking somewhere over here? He's trying to charge in, take over the show, and they're like, no.
I have questions for
And then he pushes back, and that's when it becomes a problem, I think.
here. Because the fact of the matter is, a half a dozen violent criminals.
So he could have stood here against the wall and said this. He could have stood here against the wall and said the same shit and been heard. So he's trying to start some shit so that they can create a scene.
That you're rotating on your
Yep.
heads off.
As he gets apparently arrested. John McCarter, you are not banned. What are you talking about, John? I can see your messages, John. You're good, bro. Don't listen to the chat if they say you got banned. So yeah, so he got arrested. Or detained. I don't know the details. We got a big booty Latino here. Yeah, so yeah. Here's an anti-American rioter. ICE shot me in the nuts and now I'm losing a ball. This guy thinks he's so fucking cool. This guy thinks he's the coolest of the cool, man.
ICE shot me in the nuts and now I'm losing a ball. Surgery is tomorrow.
Oh, he's so cool. Look at that nose ring, dude. You know what I think about nose rings, right? You got a nose ring? But that's okay. Male nose rings, dude. What are we doing? Congratulations, bro. Congratulations. You should be proud. You'll be telling your grandkids about how you lost a ball protesting against a country's right to protect its own borders. Wonderful. Let's see what else we got. Oh, this one was weird, dude. This protester, this is from yesterday. This protester threw some shit at the cops. And then some random dude out of the crowd just runs and gives him a fucking Goldberg spear. Let me zoom in on this one. Get it so we can actually see it. Here we go. This is probably one of my favorite clips of all of this. All right, so dumbass, what do you think is going to happen? Cops open fire on him, and watch what happens next. Just a random dude from the crowd just like goes full Goldberg spear on him, dude. Now I imagine this guy is probably a fellow protester who's like sick of the agitators, because there are some protesters who are like, we got to stay peaceful, and they're like actually believe in the cause, and they know that if they don't stay peaceful, it's a whole waste of time. And he was like, yeah, I'm done with this shit. Or he could have just, I don't know, man. I need to know the backstory. I need the backstory on this. I need to know why this dude just came out of nowhere. Let's watch it again. This is so fun. Look at this guy. He's God, let me go full screen so we can see this better. Here we go. This guy is, let's watch it again. It's so funny. He's big, tough, badass. You know, he's a badass, right? Oh, he's getting ready. Look at him. He's getting that typical Chicano fighting stance, you know? They got that sort of gangster fucking fighting stance. He's ready. Oh! That didn't work out, did it? See, that's the way I fight, bro. If I'm in the street with you, I'm not going to sit there, oh, let's box, homie. No, I'm going to fucking charge at you and pick you off the ground. And it's going to be worse than that, because I'll get you vertical on your head. Don't fuck with wrestlers, bro. And then the guy, I think the cops ended up letting him go. I'll be honest. You can tell that they knew he was, they were like, oh, we kind of like you, dude. We're going to have to, you know, kind of detain you for a second, but we like, let's watch it one more time. One more time. It's so beautiful. Ooh, ooh. Look at him rev it up like he's ready to fight. I think he sees this guy running at him or something. Like, no. He went high. When they go high, you go low. Oh, that head must have had some impact there. That's from yesterday. Yeah, we'll skip that one. This is unrelated. We'll get to this in a second. Let's see if we're missing anything. Shout out everybody. I should have said hello to everybody before I got too many people. K-Mac, what's up? Quicksilver, Dodge holder. John McCarter, of course. What is going on in Israel and Iran, Pink Trip? Well, Israel is afraid of Iran getting a nuclear weapon, so they launched a preemptive strike. Supposedly, they hit a lot of their nuclear capabilities and a lot of high-level officials. And Iran is now retaliating, which is what happens. And yeah, we'll get to that shortly here. There's a lot of footage of there's not much footage of Iran getting hit, but there's a lot of footage of Israel getting hit. Let's see if we're missing anything. I don't even think that one's live. I should probably get rid of that one. This one is live. We'll see what John's up to.
And we saw some crazy sights.
45 minutes till curfew.
Anyone can be pressed. Semper Fi, stay safe. My Marine brother.
All right. Another guy out here. There's some shit going on in New York too, but it looked kind of mild. And the stream ended. I might try to pull that back up. Oh. So the police are telling him to get out of the street. Yeah. I mean, that is... You think if everybody stayed on the sidewalks and did their protest without stopping the city's business, you think it would be any kind of... Well, assuming there was no violence, no rocks, no tagging, no setting shit on fire, there probably wouldn't be any fucking issues. Yep. 45 minutes, boys. And I heard they start arresting people before curfew. They're like going to trap you in before curfew and arrest you. So you can't even leave when the curfew hits. We'll get to that one in a second. I want to play... There's one that shows how they basically... Yeah, right here. This is what they do. This is when shit becomes a problem. Okay? When you start doing this, this is no longer a protest. This is a problem that needs to be shut down. And this is how they do it. They just walk in one lane. I mean, okay, you're going to do? You're going to run him over? You're going to run the dude over and go to jail? No, you're going to stop, right? And they just shut down the city's fucking business. Eventually, someone might actually get run over doing this. Then, here comes the crowd. And now, the city is shut down. And now your protest is a riot, and you should all be arrested and go home. Anybody in the street, get a picture of anybody in the street. This is against the law. Yeah, send them tickets in the mail. Hassan too. You know Hassan? Hassan Piker? He was in the street. He was in the freeway just like this. He should face the consequences, dude. We have laws for a reason, man, especially laws like this, because we can't have fucking city streets being blocked, dude. We can't have that. Yeah. Ambulances use highways, guys, and roads, you know? He said people are dying because protesters blocked the effing road. Be smart. Yeah. Sounds like somebody with above 90 IQ.
Are you Chenzo? Yeah. Oh, okay. I've been watching your stream to know where the fuck.
Yeah.
I'm on K.
But John's here too.
The second lane, but they keep getting in this lane right here. That one, the second one.
So they're even letting them get in the first lane. They're letting them block one lane. You should not let them block any lanes.
Chad, I got earplugs in, so...
Anybody on the street immediately arrested. You have the police force to do it. You have the manpower to do it.
Leonard with the 5, thank you.
People will learn real quick. Anybody in the street getting arrested, they'll figure it out. Stay off the fucking street.
Gotta switch batteries.
There are people who are doing essential work. Exactly, Dodge Holder. I mean, it's the whole gamut, right? There's people that are like the ambulances, fire trucks, like people will die, people trying to get to the hospital. But even the fucking people that are just trying to get home have the right to get home and not be harassed on the freeway and stopped by a fucking mob of people. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, worst case scenario, somebody dies because they can't get emergency services.
There's a guy with a megaphone.
But even the fucking single dude, single woman who's just trying to get home so she can fucking take her shoes off and relax.
I think that's
Even that.
reason.
Like, it's just not right, dude. And they want to cause problems. That's why they're doing this shit. It's all about creating a problem, getting it on camera so that they can spin it however they want to. Let's see what's going on with Andy Ray.
Bro, just show up. They'll probably drop that shit. I'm gonna be honest, dude. Just show up.
You think they won't show up to all the hearings?
I mean, there's I know for speeding tickets, sometimes they don't even show up.
Someone said I've seen 4 kick streamers arrested for being in a curfew area. I technically live here.
Let's see. Those kick streamers have been like, they've been going through some shit, man. Breaking into fucking apartment complexes to escape the police. Getting fucking jumped for filming looters. Let's see if we'll see more kick streamers coming on here. Yeah, they might be. So a lot of people are resting up for Saturday.
There's an ambulance trying to get in here right now.
Let's see. Let's
I'm just doing another part to clear out the road.
see what we got. I'm sure more will be coming on later. They tend to come on later. Oh, King Joe's on? Alright, here's another one. King Joel on kick. Alright, we got another one. Oh, Lord Hito? Okay, yeah, they're coming on now. They just, some reason, weren't showing up when I put LA as a filter, even though LA is in their
Chat, if you just
fucking
found me
title.
stream,
Wonderful. I
welcome
love
to
you,
Downtown
Kick.
LA. Rewind to about 30 minutes in. You'll see sheriffs all tuned in watching my stream as I was chilling in front of them.
Yeah, that's,
Said hi, chat, and I almost rode off with my bag, and they said, yo, you forgot your bag. And I was like, yo, thanks.
yeah, that's John
It
Hicks.
was pretty funny.
I was telling you about that earlier. Yeah, they're watching these live streams, the police are. Why wouldn't they? I think that's why some of these streamers, like, you see the police are like ignoring them. Like, they'll charge forward. The streamers will be where everybody is, but they'll like kind of ignore the streamers because I think they know who all the streamers are and they're using them to gather intel.
Public safety alert right there.
Why wouldn't you? Let's see, any other Kick streams?
Yeah, they just issued that like a little bit ago, 10 minutes ago. The protests in
I think that's it for now.
more organized than here. I noticed.
We got 38 minutes.
Yeah. Heading forward.
Still blocking the street. Still blocking the street.
In March, and they were way more organized than here, for sure. And it was like a party and a concert.
John Hicks.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, just stay off the street, dude. How hard is that, guys? Just to stay off the fucking street.
Shout out to everyone in chat, 20K, let's go. Let's go dinner with the 499 W Hicks L mainstream. Thank you, Esco.
See what the news is saying.
Kristen Holmes is live in Washington. So, Kristen, U.S. talks with Iran are still planned, as far as we know, for this weekend. So what is the thinking right now inside of the White House about where things will actually go from here?
Well, Abby, the White House wants to have these talks. They want to have them as soon as Sunday. Now, they acknowledge they might not look the exact same way they were supposed to. They were going to be with the Middle East envoy, Steve Witkoff, meeting in Oman with his Iranian counterparts on Sunday. Some of those details might change, but if you talk to the White House, they think they might still be able to get there this weekend to have that 6 rounds of talks. Now, if you talk to other outside administration officials or U.S. officials, there's a lot of doubt being cast on this. But Donald Trump himself, part of the reason that he believes that he can bring the Iranians to the table is, as you just mentioned, the fact that he thinks that he can kind of issue these loose threats to them to say, look, I gave you a chance and see what happens if you don't take
I think it's a little too late.
He's essentially
I think it's too late, dude, for Trump to really do anything at this point.
saying, I could get this to stop.
And it seems like U.S. is getting involved, which I don't give a fuck if Israel and Iran want to go to war. Why do we have to be involved in everything?
And we know the United States is now helping intercept missiles for Israel. They point to, and an official, a U.S. official told me, this is all about the fact that we have hundreds or thousands or tens of thousands of American citizens in Israel. We also have U.S. military assets. We have to protect them, but they are still helping Israel. Now we've heard from the Iranian side of this saying that anyone who is...
All right, let's do this. Let's remember the guy that was handing out those bionic shields?
I'm Christina Aguayo in Dallas, and here
Remember that guy?
are the top stories. The man who handed out bionic face shields to rioters in Los Angeles has been arrested.
Oh.
Alejandro Teodoro Orellana was arrested by the FBI's Los Angeles field office in a...
Guys, what do you think? What do you think his sexuality was? Do you think this is I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. Obviously, like, I support homosexuals, but what do you think? What do you think? Straight man? Gay man?
sting operation at his home. He's being
I know the answer. Pictures have come out.
charged with conspiracy to commit civil disorders. The arrest comes after authorities say he handed out the bionic shield face masks to rioters.
He's so dumb. He sat in that truck with his mask on the whole time, and then for no reason he just takes his mask off and then puts it back on. It's like, oh, okay. That was real smart.
In downtown Los Angeles, those high-impact face shields just...
Plus, he's a communist. Yeah, he's like belongs to like a communist party, and he's also a Democrat too. So,
by some as resembling riot control gear, were captured on video showing Orellana
what's funny is I haven't seen any protesters wearing these things.
delivering truckloads to rioters. Orellana is identified
It's probably most of the people took them and then just like are gonna resell them on eBay or some shit. They're like, what the fuck?
as an alleged alleged member of the Brown Berets, a radical Chicano nationalist group with a history of anti-police rhetoric and militant activism, operating since the 1960s Chicano civil rights movement. The group is said to have ties to far-left revolutionary organizations and operates in major U.S. cities. U.S. Attorney Bill...
Yep. One of those beautiful fuck around, find out moments, you know? I love those. All right, let's see. I'm gonna get rid of these because I don't even think these are live, dude, and they're just taking up space. I'm gonna get rid of AB7 as well. ABC7. See what's happening.
Cash somewhere though. 500K per Waymo? I don't know about that. Or less with the 999. If anyone can do it, they...
Yeah, yesterday was a lot more crazy, bro. Yeah, bro.
We'll see where we at. 34 minutes until curfew. I think we got another True Believer here. I love the True Believer streams. They're the most fun.
Early morning tomorrow, you guys.
They're the most fun.
10 a.m. He said 10 a.m. City Hall.
Thank you so much. Bless me.
Well, looks like they're being peaceful. They just need to get off the street. I guess there's too many people just to be on the sidewalk. I'm guessing that's why cops are letting them do that. Let me see. All right, so here's Iran missiles hitting Israel earlier today. So yeah, the Iron Dome, obviously they shot more missiles than the Iron Dome could stop. We're going to have more news reports on that here in a second. This is from yesterday in Brooklyn. New York is a shithole. I could go for a double cheeseburger right now, plain and dry. See, this isn't even protest. These are just crazy people. This is just a regular Friday in New York. Oh, congratulations. Don't we love black culture? I love it. I love it. Yeah, we saw that one. Yeah, this is all the targets from Iran, right? So this is like all the missiles. A lot of them intercepted, a few got through. That went into Israel. That's a lot of missiles. So, yeah. Hope you guys are ready for World War III for real this time. It's going to be fun. Not. I will get to that later. Yeah, here's some more Iranian hypersonic missiles. Tel Aviv, Israel. Yep, I think this is... there's a few of these I might have bookmarked more than once. Alex Jones predicts that within 3 months, Iran's Islamic dictatorship will fall. I hope so. I hope so. 3 months would sound like a quick one. Let's see. Here's yeah, and apparently the Israel's equivalent to the Pentagon, their Pentagon, got hit. Is this another one I've already seen? No, this is a different one. Yeah. So obviously the Iron Dome is not getting all of them. That's kind of terrifying, right? Like, you're down here, you're like, oh shit, this looks like it might actually come to me. Like, it's terrifying, man. No one wants to live in a world like this, dude. What's funny though is we see everything that's happening in Israel, but there's like no footage of what happened in Iran. Tells you a lot about the different regimes. I don't even know. Are you allowed to film in Iran? Here's another one from a friend's balcony in downtown Tel Aviv from 7 hours ago. So you can see the Iron Dome shooting off. One of the Iron Dome silos or whatever they're called. Right? But they're not intercepting them all. You can only intercept so many. And you'll see right here. Yeah. I missed that one. Oh, okay. This is the same video again, just a longer version. Israel is getting devastated after Iran responds with devastating force. This is the current aftermath in Tel Aviv. So yeah, I mean, I'm guessing Israel kind of expected this to happen. You start bombing other countries, they're going to bomb back. This is, you start a war, and war things happen. Israel ballistic missile breaches Israel's, Iranian ballistic missile breaches Israel's defense system and hits downtown Tel Aviv. Yeah. See what's happening here.
On that bus. You know who's not going on the bus, chat? You and me.
I guess
That's a nice shot right there. Almost like that makes downtown look kind of nice. Yeah. Almost looks like Sunset Boulevard. Not quite though. Until you open your nostrils and get a whiff. Good old downtown Cologne.
Let's see if we missed something here.
This guy's. Sorry if I'm. Next. You know the battle. Until you Cologne.
Not really.
Thank you for that generous 20. Much.
28 minutes till curfew in LA. I wonder if we're going to see anything in Seattle, Portland. All right. Looks like most of these streamers are in the same little area.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Just giving away water for free?
Bottle.
That's pretty generous.
I've only been here for like 30 minutes.
All right. Looks like they're still just marching over here. Oh yeah, here's Portland Andy's stream. He does a good job capturing the TikTok stuff. It looks like we got people in Tempe, Arizona, LA, no name for this one. Portland, a little bitty protest. I mean, sounds like the people in Portland don't really mind the illegals getting deported. The people in Portland are like, fine, you know, you want to deport a bunch of illegals. We're good with that. Not sure where that is. Omaha, Nebraska. Okay, Omaha. Okay. Yeah. So it looks pretty calm. There was some stuff happening in New York earlier. Not much. Let's see. Yeah, still just marching peacefully, guys. Still just marching peacefully.
A lot of walk.
Let's see here. Some of this other stuff. Let's do some more catching up with stuff that happened. Yeah.
Now is yet another attack, another launch on Tel Aviv, and we're seeing more projectiles now launching on Tel Aviv, which will likely be intercepted by this Iron Dome. But again, this is more intense. This is more frequent than what we've ever seen before between both Iran and Israel.
What is it good for?
Yes, it is, and it's kind of sobering, I guess, to just reflect that the first time we saw an exchange of fire, if you want to call it that, between Iran and Israel, that was unprecedented. Yeah. And now we're seeing it again in this environment after this attack by Israel on Iran. It does take a long time. It depends on the kinds of munitions that are being fired by Iran. It can take time for some of it to reach Israel. Yeah. So is this a new wave? Is this the same wave? Is an important question.
From my understanding, Iran is just launching everything they have right now.
We are seeing videos.
Every missile they have is going to Israel right now. That's what it seems like.
From Tel Aviv that does suggest that there have been some of those Iranian munitions have caused some kind of damage. And so we'll wait to see. I mean, you can hear.
Well, and Keir, we just saw actually.
That sounds like it.
We just saw one missile actually break through, I believe, the Iron Dome, because we saw an explosion on the ground.
I agree, K-Mac. I don't think Iran's going to win, but the question is,
it's hard to tell. It is.
The aftermath is: are we going to get like more terror cells trying to, you know, like it's going to go underground? Like I don't know, man. I just don't think. maybe this is like the best case scenario. I don't know. Maybe Iran is so bad we need to do this, but I'm just always against escalating things. And I get it. They were going to have a nuclear missile, right? Okay. They're probably trying to do like every other country's trying to do and secure their future by having a nuclear program, which pretty much guarantees nobody's going to fuck with you anymore. Like, the idea that they're going to have a nuclear program and then just nuke Israel, okay, well, they'd be nuking themselves as well. That's the idea that anybody's going to, like, any country is going to nuke another country. That would be the S word, which is not allowed on YouTube. But that's the justification for the preemptive strike by Israel. Okay, well, now we have war.
It's hard to tell.
It is, yeah.
It's hard to tell from a distance what you're seeing. You know, it can be shrapnel.
I agree, Brian. I agree exactly. Iran is not bad. Their extremist leadership is just like China. Yeah, it's just, my thinking is like, there's tons of countries all around the world that have terrible leadership, that are terrible to their people and do terrible things. And it's like, okay, do we have to start a war with every I mean, if that's the case, you know, what are we waiting for? Let's go take Mexico. You know what I mean? Like, every problem fucking country, it's like, dude, at a certain point, it's up to the people of that country to take care of it. I don't know, man. It would be nice to see things not be escalated. It's like, okay, of course, Iran's not going to just start liking Israel, and Israel's not going to just be like, oh, I like Iran. But hey, can we just not escalate to a full-blown war? I guess not.
It can be part of the defensive system, but clearly, the Iron Dome, good as it is,
obviously, Israel's going to win, and America's going to win.
Would be frankly impossible.
But at what cost?
The Iranians are achieving some limited success. I mean, the question is whether one of the questions is whether they are firing all of their capability, or whether the Iranians
Israel's kind of paying the cost right now. They're getting bombed.
Trying to not escalate
people are dying.
Too much.
People that live in Israel right now are not having a peaceful night's sleep. Or it's daytime there, but you know what I'm saying. I think it's daytime, right? No? Colt C, can you play Talking Heads once in a lifetime? Are we doing that tonight? Yeah, I'll play whatever you guys want. Especially if you super chat. I'll load that up in a second here, Colt C. Thank you for the $5. I forgot to mention, but yeah, if you guys want to support the channel, sorry, the description is the members and Patreon and Discord. If you want to hang out with us on the Discord, or you can send a super chat like Colt C did. Appreciate you, Colt C.
It's a very anxious thing because
hope everybody's doing good. Everybody doing good out there?
They depend on the US, frankly.
Anybody in Tel Aviv right now? Shout out. Stay safe.
Iran. And so,
or Iran. Stay safe in Iran.
To defend Israel, risks for Jordan that they.
All right, we're 21 minutes.
And there are all kinds of other challenges, as you know very well, in Jordan.
Yeah, this could escalate to like a multiple country war, and I guess it kind of is already, because we're already helping Israel with their air defenses, from what I understand. So yeah, we're involved. We're involved. There goes the no wars under Trump brag, right? But this is the one we needed. We got to do this for John McCain, guys. Do it for McCain. You good, J-Dubs? Good, brother. I'm glad to hear it. All right, let's get back. Let's see what's going on here.
You can leave a message. Thank you. Love your channel and content. Keep it going. You got it, bro.
By the way, just John Hicks. If you guys aren't already subscribed to him. Should definitely support all these guys out in the street. Not all of them, but most of them. Working hard.
Nice to like drive through.
Good call. Stay safe. Yeah.
She going home already?
I'm trying to get a job right now and stuff. And if they do a background check and they see that I have an arrest, I'm not going to get a job.
We got a smart one. She might be a true believer, but at least she's not, you know, stupid.
I'm like car walking so fucking fast. Why you leave what happened? We're all like agreeing and shit. Because I don't want to get arrested.
All right. Well, good for you, sweetheart. You're a smart one.
back to your car. You can't be walking back to your car at 8, right? Okay, who keep us safe? Who keep us safe? We keep us safe.
So they're literally telling them, start going back to your car so you can get back before curfew. So sounds like they're being a little more responsible this time. I think, dude, the police got this shit so locked down. These people aren't fucking around. The issue is, though, like, there are probably still going to be troublemakers that hang around. All right, that's what I want to hear. There's just one part of this that's very beautiful.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for being here. It's an
Listen to her
honor
speech.
for me to be joined by over 20 legislators.
There's just one part of this speech I want to get to. It's hilarious, and I think there's more to this than meets the eye. Hold on. I mean, first of all, you know, we don't have to listen to her speak, right? It's all Trump's fault. Trump caused this. Trump caused this by escalating and bringing in the yeah, it was all Trump. But let's listen.
Local Congresswoman Sydney Kamlacher, who
that part.
Introduce our local Congresswoman Sydney Kamlacher, who is here.
Oh, I got that coming up, Quicksilver. So apparently her name is Sydney Kamlacher. What kind of a person would keep a last name like that? Kamlacher. Turns out that's actually not her last name. It's like Camlogger. I don't think these two like each other, dude.
Thank you for bringing us here together. I am Sydney Kamlacher Dove.
See, it's Camlocker.
I'm the Congresswoman.
It's Camlocker. Not Cumlocker. I don't know. It's just funny. I don't think they like each other. That would be my best
After the
bet.
last week showing that this bike is capable of just about everything that I need to
Still
do,
alive?
I don't really see a need to buy more bikes. But when I get bored, you know, definitely that's the quickest way. When you guys see me drop a video saying buying and unboxing a new blank,
I bet you it's going to be probably a tiny amount of problems in LA. I don't think there's going to be a lot. Everybody's terrified already. Well, some people are staying. You got 15 minutes to get the fuck out of there. Maybe you should go home to be safe, because we got 16 minutes till curfew, guys. So yeah, if you guys are wondering why this isn't happening in Florida, this is why.
So I'm gonna break it down for you, all right? And if somebody wants to know what I mean by turn violent, all right, this is what I mean. If you resist lawful orders, you're going to jail. Let me be very clear about that. If you block an intersection or a roadway in Brevard County, you are going to jail. If you flee arrest, you're going to go to jail tired, because we are going to run you down and put you in jail. If you try to mob rule a car in Brevard County, gathering around it, refusing to let the driver leave, in our county, you're most likely going to get run over and dragged across the street. If you spit on us, you're going to the hospital and in jail. If you hit one of us, you're going to the hospital and jail, and most likely get bitten by one of our big, beautiful dogs.
Fuck yes.
If you throw a brick, a firebomb, or point a gun at one of our deputies, we will be notifying your family where to collect your remains at. because we will kill you graveyard dead. We're not going to play. This has got to stop. You're watching what's taking place out there. You're seeing police officers.
Graveyard dead. Graveyard dead. Yeah, we got some more clips of other areas where the cops like are not fucking around, and that the cops even like, this ain't LA, bitch. Yeah, we'll get to that. We're gonna be here for a while. I just don't want to miss anything that's happening live, which doesn't look like there's much. Let's see. Look, they seem like they're. It might only be the kick streamers. It might only be kick streamers out there filming past curfew getting arrested. That'd be funny.
Oh, you saw TikTok video? You saw it? Video, TikTok video? I'm famous.
Checking on Portland, Andy. What has he got pulled up here? Yeah, Portland, man. What happened to Portland? They used to be the epicenter of like protesting. Used to be the capital of the protest capital of the world. What happened, Portland? You guys got too many legal drugs, right? Is that the problem? Too many legal drugs. Nobody wants to leave their house. Or just at home doing massive amounts of hardcore drugs. Omaha, Nebraska. This is Facebook and TikTok. Again, guys, I do not go on TikTok, so I'm sorry. I will not be pulling up TikTok streams. I'm anti-TikTok to the bone. But I'll let Andy pull up the TikTok streams. So yeah, shit is still going on, but it's pretty damn quiet. See where John's at. Yeah. There's like a ton. Man, the police are owning these streets, dude.
The street's pretty much cleared out. You guys
We're all
saw
high on
those
fan.
earlier?
Yeah, exactly.
There's basically nobody here. There's like literally everyone's gone except for us press.
It's just the press going to be arrested.
Shooting some photos. Place is cleared out. Once they officially clear this out, I don't know. We'll go hit the city, see what's next.
See, that's what's good about John. Mr. John Hicks has a very fast electric bike, and he moves to where the action is. Here's the thing that happens with this, what's going on now. Like, all the official protests are going to be probably peaceful. So, like, all the shit like this, where the streamers show up, everybody's going to be peaceful. It's going to be later tonight, usually where the people aren't looking, where there might be some looting, there might be some shit like that. I hope not. It might be peaceful. It might be just like, okay, tonight's just going to be a calm night. And then tomorrow, we'll see. We'll see. But tomorrow's the big day. Tomorrow's the No Kings march all across the country. Seattle is pretty. Too bad it is owned by libs. Yeah, Dodge. I spent some time in Seattle in the year 2000. It's beautiful in the summer. When the rain season kicks in, that's a little depressing. But I enjoyed Seattle. I really enjoyed it, even like all the surrounding areas. But that was 25 years ago. It's probably even worse now. It wasn't that bad back then. And she's, I just can't do it, guys.
Really good.
I can't do it.
It was like, that felt like that was like the craziest night of my whole life.
Yeah, she's, I think she's for the protests. One of the peaceful ones. Well, good for you. Good for you. If you believe in this movement, you want to go protest peacefully, that's beautiful.
Yeah, I'm speaking Korean, yeah.
But know that there's a good possibility you're just a useful idiot at the end of the day. But that's okay. No one's perfect. Yo speak Spanish. So yeah, we'll see. We're 10 minutes away from curfew, and everybody looks like they're just getting the fuck out of there. We'll stick with this for another. I'll tell you what, I can kind of watch it in the background.
Well, yeah. The curfew doesn't apply to residents. So,
Commercial at
are they
all
really going
to celebrate the people who won the war.
Let's see what CNN has to say.
This, on the heels of LA, on the heels of the thing that really disturbed me, honestly, and actually more than anything, was watching the soldiers cheering and booing at his speech the other day.
Yeah.
That was a failure of command. Well, watching all that politicized.
Speaking of that, a very
How dare they?
alarming headline, frankly, from military.com.
How dare they? How dare the soldiers support their fucking commander-in-chief? It's terrible, man. It's terrible. Yeah, they made a big deal about that. Trump gave a speech in front of a bunch of soldiers, and they were booing the Democrats. And yeah, the left-wing media is not happy about that. You wanted this one? Here we go. Talking Heads, Once in a Lifetime. Or, who was it that asked for this again? Yeah, this is a good song. Classic. Yeah, Colt C, that's right. Colt C requested this one.
You may find yourself living in a shotgun shack, and you may find yourself in another part of the world, and you may find yourself.
We're gonna hit it real quick. We're gonna spin the block. It looks like we're gonna have access to the street for once all night.
Yeah, because they know you, John.
Which is new. Maybe we'll come back here later and see what's going on. But first, I'm gonna take you guys up here to the right. We're gonna check out some places that haven't been.
See, these guys were watching his stream and waving at him. Like, all these guys know who he is. He's like a celebrity among the police and the National Guard. So they're gonna probably leave him alone. They know he's press. All right. I think she's done, so we're gonna end her. I don't know what this guy's doing.
I kind of want to go to the federal down the street.
Yeah, some of these kick streamers are not gonna go home. They're too dedicated to capturing some shit. But I don't know. We'll see. It's definitely not like the first few days. I think these police have been cracking some heads. People are.
Asking, you are living your legal or illegal? You are living your legal or illegal?
Let me see if I can find any other streams too. There might be some other streams popping up from other cities.
I mean, it could be offensive. It depends on the person.
But let's
because we're live streaming.
7 minutes away. All right. Nothing happening. Let's pull up.
Around these kinds of tense moments. So it is very likely. I mean, just remember where I am in the Gulf. I mean, there are US bases in almost every country here. So, you know, it is very likely that those bases are being used to help defend Israel, but those countries are not going to be wanting to advertise that too openly. I will say this, though. One of the risks if Iran carried out a very impactful attack on it.
Air raid sirens sounded throughout Israel as Iran launched an attack. Explosions could be seen in the sky as missiles fell on Tel Aviv.
There's another report.
The White House says the U.S. helped intercept the missiles, though some still.
So yeah, we're helping with their air defense. I mean, I guess, dude, let's just make Israel a state at this point. Can we just make Israel a state? Just get this shit over with?
Faded to the ground, damaging buildings. Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, addressed his nation, saying Iranian armed forces will leave Israel, quote, helpless, and that Tehran will not pursue half measures in its response. His warnings follow an Israeli overnight attack targeting Iran's nuclear program and military sites, killing top nuclear scientists and military leaders.
The regime doesn't know what hit them. They don't know what will hit them.
In a message for the Iranian people, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin
DJ Isolated. If a bomb hit my house while this song played, I'd be all right with that. You know, there is something about music that can just make a bad situation a little more tolerable.
Netanyahu encouraged the Iranians to overthrow their government.
And as we achieve our objectives, we're also clearing the path for you to achieve your objective, which is freedom.
Sources tell CBS News President Trump was aware of Israel's strike. He met with his national security team at the White House today. In Tehran, Iranians protested Israel's attacks. Journalist Dan Raviv authored a book about Israel.
Israel's been planning this for years. The Mossad, Israel's spy agency, has really penetrated Iran to a deep degree.
This afternoon...
Did he just go,
Iran to a deep degree.
This afternoon, an Israeli...
Why did you keep that in the video? Was that needed in the news report? Him just going,
military briefing
This shows a lot of confidence. Who's this, an Israeli?
cut short.
Come on.
Just as Iranian missiles were detected heading towards the country. Erica Brown at CBS
Remember the game
News.
Missile Command? This is just like right out of Missile Command or whatever the fucking game was, where you'd shoot the missiles up in the air, try to stop the missiles coming down.
The White House.
Crazy. Oh, let's pray for peace in the world. Let's pray for peace. Let's see what else we got. 41 injured. I think the numbers keep
We begin
going
here
up.
with breaking news out of the Middle East. Dozens of people injured after Iran launched missiles at Israel.
This comes a day after Israel attacked Iran in an unprecedented show of force. And now the U.S. military is getting involved. Eyewitness News reporter Carlos Grande joining us live in studio with those new details right now. Carlos?
Well, that's right. Iran launching a second round of missiles toward Israel. This is in response after Israel struck Iran early Friday morning, knocking out some of its nuclear and military facilities. Iran says 78 people were killed. At least 5 people have been injured from the Iranian attack.
Guys, the music, you could barely, it's like, look, I know some of you are older people, or then there's also a problem some people have where they can't focus on somebody talking if there's anything else going in the background. That's kind of a you problem. You have to get over that. You can't expect everybody else in the world to change the way they do things because you can't focus into somebody talking with the tiniest little piano in the background. Is it distracting? If it's distracting, I'll turn it off. I need more people than just one person to complain about it, though. Because I know how it is. There's always somebody that complains about the music in the background.
Attacks on Israel.
It's so fucking low,
Sirens
guys.
sounding across Israel as Iran launches an attack. A
We'll
short
go
time
even
later,
lower.
you could see explosions lighting up the sky over Tel Aviv.
But now you can't hear it.
Israel's defense system, known as Iron Dome, knocking down Iranian missiles. Israel's military says dozens of missiles have been fired by Iran, and the explosions are from interceptions or crashes. Some missiles, however, are getting through. These images show one building on fire after it was hit. You can also see emergency.
No, it's a real problem. Like, my dad has that problem. But my dad's also, like, in his mid-80s. And it has, like, tinnitus and, I mean, it's whatever it is where you get the ringing in your ear. Like, I get it. It's a real problem for some people. But we can't change the way we do everything for those few people that have hearing issues like that, you know? Sorry.
Emergency services moving into the area surrounded by debris
I've turned
and
it down
charred
as low.
vehicles. Earlier,
I've turned it
Israel-
down, JL Dubs, as low as it can go where I can actually still hear it. So hopefully it's not a problem now. Keep the Titanic music. Thank you, Nod in your head. $10. Thank you, sir. Keep the Titanic music. It's not Titanic music. It's just sad piano music.
launched attacks on the heart of Iran's nuclear and military structure.
It's like the most, like, the least loud, busy music you can play so it doesn't distract too much, but it still distracts people.
It used warplanes and drones they say were previously smuggled into the country to attack key facilities and to kill top generals and scientists. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says
I can't
this
turn the
was
sirens
necessary
off,
before
Riley.
Iran got
There's
any
a war
closer
going on.
to building an atomic weapon.
The Islamic regime, which has oppressed you for nearly 50 years, threatens to destroy my country, the State of Israel. The objective of Israel's military operation is to remove this threat, both the nuclear threat and the ballistic missile threat to Israel.
Among the key sites Israel attacked was Iran's main nuclear enrichment facility in
I'm
Natanz.
seeing more requests to turn the music up. So maybe I should turn the music up then. Okay, I'll turn it up a little bit more. We've got to find a good balance here, boys.
In addition, 3 of Iran's top military leaders were killed, including one who oversaw the entire armed forces. Iran confirmed the deaths. Officials in Washington stress the U.S. is not involved in the attack. One official does confirm the U.S. is assisting in shooting down missiles targeting Israel.
Well, for Iran, they're not going to give a shit. They're not going to have a distinction. They're going to just, this is war against Israel in America now. To Iran. I guess, you know, like, this is obviously what they were going to do. Oh, we just hit curfew. Let's see. Let's see what's going on. Did he turn his music? Oh, I got this off here.
The first thing I want to show you guys is some of the looting spots. So we're going to go actually into the city and do that. And kind of just some of the damage that's been done. There's more cops coming up here. Let's actually see what's going on. They're kind of moving. Wait, where are they going?
This is why John's the best.
Maybe we can go.
Look at him go. Look at him go. Look at this motherfucker go. Makes me want to go get an electric bike.
Right here, to the left.
I'm sorry. I need some rock music. He's gonna be hauling ass like that. Come on, stream, you can do it. Yeah, this happens sometimes. This dude's a badass. You don't wait for the action to come to you, dude. Let's see. See these other guys on foot. It's gonna be like probably an hour before they're back in the action.
Yeah, they're heading this way for something. They're all coming this way. Even some on the right over there.
It's curfew now, man. You're not even. I wonder if he's still in the curfew area.
They're going kind of far. I don't know exactly what that's about. You see them way up there? They're going to the edge of the city. So we're not going to go too crazy chasing them. We'll probably see them later. Anyways, next we're going to start taking a look at some of the damage that was done. Some of it's already gotten cleaned up. Like if you guys remember the day of, when
he's going to go to some of the spots they looted. We'll check that out for sure.
When we're
okay, these guys are all getting some food. Everybody making me hungry. Again, see, these guys are on foot. Who knows where? I mean, it looks like the streets look pretty damn clear, dude. They look pretty damn clear. All right, we got to get back into the find some good. That'll have to work. That'll do for now. Turn it down a little bit. Yep. These police have got everybody just like everybody knows it's like what you could get away with the first few days, you're not getting away with that now. Looks like there's still, I think this is LA. Looks like there's still some stuff going on in LA. I'm not even sure if this is LA because he put 18. I don't know what 18 is. Portland, yeah, looks like, nope, there's still some shit going on in Portland, but it's very, very small. I'm guessing this is LA. See, he puts 19. I don't know what 19 means. 17 LA. I think these are all LA. So there is still some shit going on in LA. Let me see if I can find it. What are you doing, Andy? What are you doing, bro? Let's see here. Let's watch John for a little bit while I try to look for some more streams.
Get a closer look.
See if we got any other streams going.
They could be heading like far though, so.
Is he still chasing the police?
I don't know. Does anyone in chat have comms?
Shout out to the chat. Hope you guys are doing good. Let me see if I can find any more streams. That's where we're going.
And by them, I mean I see cop lights.
We'll catch up some more with what happened yesterday and on the war if things slow down here. Just seeing if we can find any more streams. Let's see if there's a Portland stream or maybe a Seattle stream. Might be too early over there.
We're moving to a new location, chat. Something's going on up here, so we're going to check it out. Temple in Alameda? That's back the way we just came. There's a bunch of cops right here.
I wonder if they're just being there, going around.
Temple in Alameda, yeah, that's pretty much back where we just
with
started.
Their sirens on, just to like kind of like a show of force, you know?
13 miles an hour, by the way.
Just keep driving around the city with your sirens on, just to let people know we're here. Get the fuck off the streets.
Motorcycle cops up ahead. There's 3 or 4 squad cars right here on my right, on my left. There's one. 2, 3. Looks like everybody's heading this direction for something. Treat your bike better. I don't buy things and try and keep them in good shape. I buy them to use them.
I'm not finding much. Let me see. Let me change my search. I got a bad search term here. And I got to filter. Even though I put ICE protest live, I still got to filter it by
This is actually the
live.
border of the curfew. The curfew started 6 minutes ago. This guy doesn't know what he's doing.
I think we got somebody down here.
So once we pass this freeway, we're technically outside of the border of the curfew. Interestingly enough, I smell something burning. You would think this is all part of the, you know, the.
I think this is live, but again, don't know for sure. Let's see what else. Chicago protest live? Chicago? This truly live? Let's see. The Daily Guardian. See, there's cuts here. I don't think this is live. Chicago protest live. The Daily Guardian. Isn't that a legit news place? They wouldn't fake a live stream, would they? Yeah. This is definitely a highlight reel. If John still wrote it.
It'd be that big of a deal if it's not on the scanner.
Driving around looking for some action.
Oh, you're all saying yes. All right, chat. If you're new here, you're gonna lose your mind at how crazy these areas look. If you watch my channel, you're gonna recognize it. Say yes with the Australian 5. Thank you, say yes.
So he's gonna show a lot of the damage caused. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, we're gonna head back to the city. I'm gonna show you some stuff. This is more sketch than anything we've done today at all. This is 1,000 times more sketch what we're about to ride through. Gabe with the 2, thank you, bro.
Yeah.
Most people don't even know this street exists in LA.
Not finding much, dude.
I'm kind of riding.
Might just get into what we missed
and
and then check back on this in a little bit. Now look at all these homeless tents, dude.
So, folks, welcome to the edge of society. That's what I call this area. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. We're not all the way in it yet. We're still heading there. We're still going there. So, there's like a little venue right here. So sometimes they have concerts and stuff, but otherwise, this is just a place that you don't want to be, dude. And I mean it. You don't want to be out here.
This looks like it could be live. But again, they play these tricks where they're playing old shit and making it look like it's live. So many tricksters, dude. So many tricksters. All right. Well, curfew's 10 minutes past, and it looks like most people just got the fuck off the street.
This is the first part. A lot of people, you know, probably don't know that this exists in downtown. So now, I'm gonna take you guys around the block.
What's that?
And it's gonna get even crazier.
Wait, why did you just give me your number?
Are these all just people living?
You don't want to be slowing down here for any reason ever.
Are these all people just living in their RVs on the side of the road?
How's it been? Good. To the left, wild scenes. This is the reality of downtown LA they don't show you. To the right, big structure right there they built. How you doing, boss? Sometimes I go down that alley. Today we're passing on it. The ground looked filthy. I don't feel like kicking something up in my face. So there's that.
Yeah. Do you have to stop at red lights when you're on an electric
People
bike?
on here, they got a fire going. To the right.
What a wonderful
That's
place to
that.
live.
Another street to the right. It's fairly crazy.
I wonder how much the rent is to
But,
live in this
Yeah, downtown
beautiful,
LA.
beautiful area. I
Some
bet
cool
you it's
artwork out
very
here, too.
expensive. Not even
This part of
joking.
town.
Like,
Look here to
you
the
probably
left.
got to pay a fuckload
There's
of
wall.
money to live in right next to a homeless encampment.
Actually, sick art.
Not really, dude. It'd be sick if
Anyways.
it was not on somebody's fucking wall.
Never slow down for too long out here.
All right.
Keep it moving.
Word.
Andy needs to get his passport, bro.
I mean, the government of California, or specifically Los Angeles, have completely destroyed this fucking city, man.
America's lit, but
Yeah, I don't think this is live, man. I really don't think it is. Because, I mean, look at every other stream, nothing's going on. If that shit was happening right now, these people would be there. They wouldn't be sitting here eating a fucking slice of pizza. So, I'm getting rid of this one.
We'll just win.
We'll catch up with some of the stuff that happened yesterday. Let's do that. We saw that one. Here's one where a bunch of ICE protesters showed up when the police were raiding a cartel member who was running a drug operation. So this wasn't even an ICE operation.
Hey everyone. Yesterday, my detectives were serving a search warrant on a cartel member where they took all of this drugs off the streets. We've got fentanyl pills. We've got cocaine. We got methamphetamines. We got gun seized from this cartel member. Here's the crazy part. Some idiots thinking it was an ICE raid came down in protest.
Go home and tell your families what you do for a living. Hey, go home. I said cops have got to go.
You want to protest?
If I understand, one of the people there was actually arrested too because they were throwing shit at the police.
This not getting off the streets? That's insane. Stay out of Pinal County if you're going to commit crime. And I really want to thank my anti-smuggling unit for this long investigation. This was over a half a year investigation.
Yeah, fentanyl. Yeah, that's what you're protesting against, morons. Good job. Good job. They're just against the law, really. It's what it is. Like, they don't want you to enforce the law. I mean, why would you want the police to enforce the law? So this Iranian missiles have struck the Kura, Israel's main military headquarters in central Tel Aviv, home to the defense ministry and general staff. So that's pretty fucking serious.
Yeah, Laura, following that Israeli attack against Iranian nuclear facilities and top IRGC leadership overnight and into today, the Iranians have responded with 3 waves of ballistic missiles. This is Israel's version of the Pentagon, the Kiryat. And the building on this compound was just hit.
Please go back. Go back, please. Go back, please.
You can understand here, it's very tense at this specific location because the Iranians are now targeting the defense establishment of Israel. And so I'm going to have my cameraman pan up here to this building just across the street from the Kiryat. And so, yeah, Laura, following that.
Like the Israelis do not like the free press recording this shit. Yeah. This is more of the devastation going on in Tel Aviv due to the Iranian attacks.
ממש נזק שלא ידענו של כמותו, וגוררים פה רכבים כמו שאפשר לראות, בבניין הזה פה ממש הרוס לחלוטין. המצב כאן ברמת גן, לב רמת גן, אחד האירועים משמעותיים מתחילת המלחמה. כוחות פיקוד העורף עובדים.
So yeah, pretty fucking serious. There's some more shots of Tel Aviv.
נפילה ליד בסר, רמת גן.
Okay, This is some short-range systems. Stay here, Yaniv. Pull out a little bit. Okay, there's just a massive amount of fire coming to Tel Aviv right now.
Oh yeah, this is actual real war, SB. You got two countries just bombing each other.
Yaniv, get ready to pull it off the stick. Get off the sticks. All right, let's go. Time to go.
And where this leads to, we don't know. And obviously these guys are terrified right now, but you gotta stay out there and film. That's your job, bro.
Come on, everyone move.
Nope,
Everyone move now.
Nope, we gotta stay.
Stay with us, stay with us. Pick up the gear, let's go.
At least this cameraman ain't scared. Yeah. What else we got? Here's what Steve Bannon thinks. I kind of agree on this one with Steve.
If you're going to do it, do it. Go for it. You make your own decision. You decided we got to do it. We got to do it now. They got 15 nuclear weapons. Then go for it. But then why do we have to come in air defense? And please don't use, because we have things in Tel Aviv. Then get them the hell out of Tel Aviv. And if you're an American citizen over there, give them a shot. Get out or stick. If you stick, that's fine. This is how we get sucked in. If you're going to do it, do it.
Yeah, we're already sucked in, dude. Here's some more Tel Aviv stuff. Yeah, I think we saw this one earlier. One got through. There's a lot of them that got through. Here's another one with a huge shock wave. Damn. It's in 50% speed. Not good, guys. Another missile has hit Tel Aviv. See if I might be in some of the stuff we already seen. Yeah, guys, this is all we needed. Who gives a shit about your protests? Yeah, you in America, you're worried about your stupid little protests. Watch this. Let's see if this is we'll just keep playing them because I don't know, some of these might be duplicates, some might not.
Oh my god.
What does OPA mean? Opa. What does that mean? Anybody know? There's some more scenes from Tel Aviv tonight. I don't know if this is one we saw already. It looks familiar. Doge Hodler. Thanks for the $5. Planes aside, Israel used special forces to infiltrate Iran and install explosives on many targets, which is, in my opinion, is very impressive. Yeah, I mean, like when they got all those beepers to blow up, they get up to some crazy shit, you know. But that's war, man. Israel police tell me one woman was killed and at least 20 people were wounded in the suburbs of Tel Aviv, where a ballistic missile hit a residential building.
Right now we're in the suburbs of Tel Aviv, and you can see where an Iranian ballistic missile slammed into this building. This entire block has been destroyed, and there are currently crews that are going through all of the rubble. Every once in a while, they tell people to be silent. They are looking for survivors, and they will call out and then use a thermal drone to try and find anyone who is underneath a lot of this debris. You can see how these cars here flipped over from the size and power of this blast. And when you look back here, this entire block has been damaged. As we move forward here, Israel is preparing for the possibility that Iran continues these attacks. The regime says they will continue to target Israel as Israeli strikes are hitting not only their nuclear facilities, but also many of their top officials, including those from the IRGC and their nuclear scientists. We'll continue to keep you updated as this story develops.
Wonderful. Close-up of Iranian hypersonic missile directly striking Tel Aviv, Israel. Yeah, that's one we've seen like 3 times already. Breaking, Iran strikes Israel's military headquarters. Iran has struck the Kira compound in Tel Aviv, Israel's central military headquarters, an equivalent to the U.S. Pentagon.
This is a Fox News alert. Israel's version of the Pentagon just got hit by a missile barrage from Iran. New reporting from the Iranian state media say that there are explosions in Tehran now. Here to respond, Daniel Davis, retired Army Lieutenant Colonel, and Eli Kohanim, former deputy envoy under Trump and an Iranian refugee. Lieutenant Colonel, let's start with you. The question Americans want to know tonight, I think, is are they safe, given the fact that we've had a porous border for 4 years under Biden, and obviously this is seen as a proxy war that the United States is helping at least wage against Iran?
Well, honestly, with what we've seen with how the Israeli Mossad operated behind enemy lines,
this is a
Oh, that ended real quick. Yeah, I think some of these we might have seen. But it's not good, guys. Not good. My friend's balcony. Is this one we've seen? Let's see. Yeah. This is one we've seen already. Another air struck downtown. Iran is playing with fire here. I think we've seen this one. Yeah, we've seen these. Breaking, Alex Jones yeah, let's watch this. Alex Jones predicts that within 3 months, Iran's Islamic dictatorship will fall. Let's see. You know what they say, Alex Jones is always right.
I predict with a high order of probability, 90+%, that within 3 months, Iran's Islamic dictatorship will fall. It's Shiite, Mohammedan royalty. They bloodlines back to him. It's royalty. It's a royal house. Will fall. And if they try to launch their big ballistic missile strike on Israel, Israel is going to hit them with nuclear weapons.
I hope not.
And Iran has said in the last week that if Israel struck them, they would hold the U.S. responsible and hit U.S. targets in the Middle East with their futile ballistic missiles. And by futile, okay, you kill some U.S. troops, but then the United States is going to crush you.
Okay, I mean, why do I even need to watch the rest of this video? They always sum it up at the beginning. You don't need to watch the whole fucking video. We'll see, man. Here's the thing. They're saying Iran has like 15. Okay, if Iran had nukes, don't you think they would have already responded with said nukes? Let's hope it doesn't lead to that. All right, some of these are not going to have to do. This is just different shit. I've known for probably over 20 years now, since I watched that episode of Penn and Teller bullshit, that recycling was a scam. So here's Tiburon, California. Here's the recycling bins. Watch what they do when they collect these.
Welcome to the progressive bastion of Marin County, California, where we environmentalists go out of our way to separate our refuse for a more sustainable planet.
I'm so proud. I have never once in my entire life had to do that. I've always said, fuck you. Everything goes in one trash. Fuck you. Okay? We don't even have recycling bins around here anymore. Thank God. I think there's still houses, like they'll still give you like a blue and a green one or whatever. Fuck this, dude. It's all
Residents
a scam,
can be
dude.
fined up to $500 for not properly separating their trash.
How do you expect us to like believe anything you say anymore when everything turns out to be just a fucking grifting scam?
As you can see, the separating can be futile, as all this trash is remixed in the truck and hauled to the landfill. This is at the end of Tiburon's Restaurant Row, where the restaurants diligently separate their waste into recyclables, compostables, and common trash. I witnessed bin after bin of meticulously sorted waste, several tons worth, dumped into the same truck, crushed, and hauled away. Recycling is not specifically mentioned in the book, but rent-seeking is, and so is virtue signaling. Make sure you audit your own local trash.
So some people are trying to defend them. They're like, oh, well, what they do is they don't sort it here. They sort it once it gets back to the bullshit. Bullshit. Then why are they making everybody sort it? And then there's like a $500 fine if you're caught not sorting your recyclable and your blah, 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 blah. But yet when they collect it, it all just goes into one trash can. It all goes to the same fucking landfill. You'll see people down here defending this. Well, Elon knows. Actually, some of these garbage companies sort the trash when it gets to their grounds and recycle some of it as a business. Whatever, dude. Whatever, dude. Where was Jimmy Dore's response? Jimmy Dore made a whole video talking about how it's all bullshit. It all goes to a landfill. So you're just wasting your time. The government forces you to do some shit that's completely pointless. It's wonderful, man. It's wonderful. That's why you always need less government. Yeah, we saw this. This is the amount of strikes that have been shot towards Israel by Iran. That's a fuck ton of missiles, man. We saw that one. This is, yeah, we saw that one from earlier. Yeah, that one from earlier. We do have some stuff in here. So apparently there's some people from USAID who are actually getting prosecuted. So, and this is, I think we might have something to do with that later, but this is Mike Benz. I think, I forgot who gave this to me. I think Buddha sent this to me. How USAID organizes riots. And by the way, guys, if there's any videos you want me to watch or anything to react to, the Discord, just shoot it in the Discord. How USAID organizes riots with humanitarian relief funds, then lies to Congress about it, then blocks Congress from asking questions because people will die if Congress finds out.
Obama was able to say, well, I didn't authorize this. This was not U.S. government policy, because if the CIA had done it, he would have had to have signed off on it. But if they run it through USAID, then they can say, oh, it went rogue.
But what if, hold on a second, if a CIA person doesn't even like walk into the USAID office, but there's a phone call that's made there, or anything, or an email or something, isn't that technically traceable back to them, and therefore it's like, well, this does fall under your purview?
Well, only if it's subpoenaed.
Right.
And this is another issue. You can't get anything out of USAID. In fact, I wonder if they say this in this article.
U.S. secretly created Cuban Twitter to stir unrest. And
hoping it could use to organize smart mobs.
In case I missed this one, I think I did earlier. Fred sent $1.99. You're putting on a great show. Well, thank you, Fred. Thank you, Fred. I'm doing the best I can, brother. Hopefully you guys enjoy it.
These are literal mobs, BLM-style mobs. Now, I'm just going to read this here for a second. So McSpeeden was one of the guys running this. He worked for USAID's Office of Transition Initiatives. Now, transition means government overthrow.
You got to watch that word these days, transition.
Yeah,
it means a few things.
Well, it means something very destabilizing in any context. In 2009, a report...
When has it ever worked out when we fucking overthrew a country's elected or whatever, dictator, however, getting involved in other countries' business? Point out sometimes it's worked out. Other than like World War II and World War I. In the last 100 years, okay, no, the last 75 years, going back to 1950, when has it worked out?
Report by congressional researchers.
And I'm sure that maybe a couple times it's worked out. Maybe.
Warned that the Office of Transition, and again, this is not a CIA division. This is a USAID division for regime change, for toppling governments. Through organized political warfare, mobilizing the unions to take to the streets, mobilizing boycotts and shutdown of roads and transportation systems and hospitals and schools. And then it goes on to say, okay, we were told we couldn't even be told in broad terms what was happening at USAID because people will die, said Fulton Armstrong, who worked for the Senate Foreign Relations Committee. Before that, he was the U.S. intelligence community's most senior analyst on Latin America.
I just heard something blow up over the left. Could have been a car.
So he was the top guy at CIA, at the analyst division, on all of Latin America, and even he can't get access to this secret operation being run out of USAID. And again, the whole thing works because it's a so-called independent agency. So even though it only exists to serve the State Department, if the Office of Inspector General says this is too sensitive, oversight is not allowed to know this, because if it leaks out of oversight, our people in Cuba will die. Our people in Pakistan will die. Our people in the Democratic Republic of Congo will die. It all has to be kept in-house. There is much more oversight of the Central Intelligence Agency than there is at USAID, which also allows people at CIA, if they can't get presidential approval, they'll work with their USAID friends. At the State Department, if you want to run a CIA operation, but you don't think you can get approval at the National Security Council, USAID isn't on the National Security Council. Just place the phone call, as you said, and you'll see these networks completely overlap at every level, and they're interchangeable jobs. You get your job at USAID by coming up either through a State Department or aid-funded NGO, or you're working as assistant secretary for Western Hemisphere, and then you'll...
I think USAID was just the tip of the fucking iceberg, dude, of the shit they're doing, the dark shit they're doing. Yeah, someone said they've never seen this podcast. This is Julian Dory podcast. Yeah, I don't think I've seen it either. I guess it's a up and coming pod. Let's see.
T-Mobile. This is the last place I'll show you guys before we.
Yes, I think he's going to show us the T-Mobile.
Continue down to Alameda in a second. This got looted and they painted it to match. There's still glass on the ground, like a lot of it too. I don't know if you guys can see it, probably not, but yeah, no more T-Mobile. What is even the point of looting a T-Mobile? Because it's like, I don't know if you guys can see. This got looted and they painted it to match.
So the T-Mobile got looted. They painted it. Oh my God. So they basically are covering it up as fast as possible. And probably T-Mobile's just like, fuck it, we're just giving up that location. I don't know, that's what it sounds like.
There's still glass on the ground. Like a lot of it too. I don't know if you guys can see it, probably not, but yeah. No more T-Mobile. What is even the point of looting a T-Mobile? Because it's like, aren't all the phones, like, don't they need to be activated? like, what do you even... I don't know. All right, we're coming up to 2nd Street. We're going to make a right.
You're talking about the battery on his bike? He's probably got backup batteries, bro. This guy is very prepared, this John Hicks guy.
Hey, head down to Alameda.
These guys... I think I'd be more worried about him crashing on that bike.
A lot of cops out here tonight. They're just everywhere.
I mean, it looks pretty peaceful right now in Tel Aviv. That's the thing about war.
Oh, acting up.
You can be in the middle of war and everything can seem peaceful and calm.
That ain't good.
But it's not. Only a moment.
I wonder what this cat was up to. We're going to keep going. Price profit with the 2. What time are you going live tomorrow? Plan is between noon and 2 p.m. We'll see what's going on. Mel B with the 999. Stay safe. Thank you, Mel B.
Yeah, it's going to be a pretty early shit happening tomorrow. See what those dumbasses are seeing. Yeah, there's nothing going on, as you can see. You guys aren't doing shit. The police have locked shit down, pretty much. Welcome to the AI war. The entire Iranian general staff, including the head of the general staff of the military and several senior Iranian nuclear scientists, all eliminated tonight.
First, Caitlin,
that was last night, by the way.
Something I just heard from a senior Israeli official who says that, according to Israeli assessments, there are very high chances that the entire Iranian general staff, including the head of the Iranian general staff of the Iranian military, and several senior Iranian nuclear scientists.
Wake Rider says, what time is the parade? I think what he said, in LA it's 12 to 2, but there's different times in different cities, so they're not all going to be at the same time.
In the Israeli strikes tonight. I hear that again from
the
senior
No King
Israeli
rally or whatever
who says
what we're talking about.
That several senior top Iranian military commanders, including the head of the general staff of the Iranian military and senior
There's something happening on the AP feeds? Let me find it.
Have all been targeted in those strikes, and according to IDF assessments, there's a high chance that they've been eliminated.
I mean, that is really striking intelligence, if that is accurate.
First, Caitlin.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any Associated Press feeds that are live from any protests. Could be there, but when I search, I'm not finding them. This is wild, dude. This one's fucking wild. White Ghost. Holy shit. Oh, well, I'm not even going to read his message. Basically, this Denny's. This is the reason I don't eat at Denny's anymore. I choose IHOP if I have to choose one of these two pieces of crap restaurants. Denny's used to be all right. It used to be like occasionally you would run into a Denny's that was run really well and the food was decent. It's they're harder to find. Like the good Denny's are harder to find. Most Denny's are run like this. All right.
You can get up and pay.
Can we ask you, ma'am, about this? Expired deli?
You You can get out my face.
Can we ask you, ma'am, about this? Expired deli meat stored in the cooler for customers? Were you serving expired deli meat? Ma'am, don't touch the camera.
Don't put the camera in my face.
Hey, we need to ask
you don't need to be in my
violations.
face. Call police.
It's not uncommon to get the cold shoulder when questioning a restaurant about a failing inspection. Denny's on Panola Road in Lithonia scored 52 points in a U for unsatisfactory.
You never been to a Denny's, Colt C? That's odd. Like, I've done a lot of nighttime jobs where you're working overnight. A lot of times Denny's is the only fucking place open if you want to go get some food.
Health inspector busted them for expired deli meat, flying insects, and raw eggs on bacon and cheese.
Their breakfast seems fake as fuck too. Like everything about it, it's like fast food. Like fast food is becoming like cardboard. It's like cardboard that tastes good. That's a lot of these places. Like I don't know what they're making the food out of.
But these violations pale in comparison to this violation of civility.
You don't have to put the camera on nobody. Y'all can get out of here with that. Y'all can go ahead.
So we're not going to discuss
that.
it.
They're not supposed to be in the building.
So whoa.
Get your hands off me. Get your hands off me.
Get out.
Bye.
The news is walked in here.
Come on now. Guys.
Bye.
Wow.
Bye.
So this is how you
guys have no right.
So this is how you respond to.
Yeah, that's a good look. You're gonna get a lot more business. You're gonna get so much business.
Violations.
It's not the
Waffle House over Denny's any day, K-Mac. Yeah, Waffle House can get crazy, but the food's way better at Waffle House.
treatment even a news crew would expect from a place that calls itself America's Diner. And here's one of their employees.
My son right here, if you film me with that camera, I'ma knock your ass out. And I probably do that. My son right here, son, don't do that. Cause I knock your ass out.
That's assault right there.
I don't give a my son right here, you.
Is that how you talk?
Joey.
Is that how you talk in front of your son?
If only their kitchen was as hot as the employees, perhaps none of this would have happened.
What's your business?
You better be careful with that Denny's. You'll get fucked up. When you go to this Denny's and you order your moons over my hammy, you better be fucking polite. You better be like, yes sir, no sir. Look straight ahead. Don't make eye contact with anybody, and you better fucking tip good, or you might not get out without a black eye.
It's here.
You want to talk to us about this?
Do you have rights to record us?
Yes, we do.
Why? What are your rights?
You have a failing health inspection.
Okay,
you want to talk about the failing?
What does it matter if he's got the rights to record you? He is recording you. This is the local news, and this is all going to become a big story. Okay? This is... dude, I'm telling you, people are getting so stupid in this country. And it ain't getting any better.
You know the failing health inspection is up.
Hey, that's assault. That's a charge. You don't care? We're not touching you.
Moments later, DeKalb County Police showed up at Denny's, but not for their Grand Slam breakfast.
Y'all are good.
Officers confirmed we were well within our rights to question the restaurant, and we were not the ones in the wrong.
So was there any charges pressed? I mean, you can't just slap somebody's camera like that. That's assault, right? Can you press assault charges for that? I would think you could. Yeah. Let's see what we got. Yeah, look, let's see. I think we might have caught up with everything here. See what else is going on. Yeah, there was a crash in India. I don't want to fly anymore. I don't know about you guys. Flying seems not worth the risk anymore. But it's crazy because one guy just walked out of the wreck. Yeah. This is in India. Obviously, this landing or whatever they're doing, I don't know. It didn't go well. It's the calmest reaction I've ever seen to a plane crash. The guy's just watching, doesn't say anything. There's no whoo, oh, there's nothing. It's just quiet. He's just in there. I guess they must have known it was going down. Yeah, there's another video of the guy who walked out. I'm gonna find that next. Yeah, we already got all this. Let me find that next. Survivor Air India. Let's see if that'll work. Yeah, this guy, the only survivor, he just walked out. Sometimes things are so insane. You just happen to be in like the one spot in the plane where like all the soft stuff, who knows how it happens, but like you get protected in your little bubble in that plane. And he probably just got lucky to where the way they crashed, he could just jump right out of the plane. Insane. Said it was a power outage. Is that the cause of the crash, K-Mac? I haven't seen anything about that, but I could look it up. Yeah. One guy just gets out with a limp. Insane. That's this guy. The lone survivor of today's air crash. Yeah, it's insane, dude. I might be flying in a week. In a tiny little plane, too. I don't know. You guys know Jimmy, my producer? You've seen him on a few of the podcasts when we do it at the other studio and we have guests and shit. Usually, I think we went live with Jimmy one time. Yeah, he's a plane boy. He loves flying. He's got his own little plane he built himself. I think he wants to take that out to Houston, so I might die in a plane crash a week from now, guys. But I'll be doing a nice big pod. Let me find his page on Instagram. I'll be doing this pod. I don't know when the podcast is going to come out. But what is the guy's fucking name? I don't even remember. Yeah, here we go. Sean Kelly. Come on, computer. Yeah, the Digital Social Hour with Sean Mike Kelly. I'll be doing his podcast next week. He's got a pretty big podcast. I don't know why he asked me. I've been wanting to ask him, like, why do you want me on your podcast? But okay, I'm gonna go do it. Should be fun. Should be fun. Let's see what's going on in LA.
The stream with the most viewers. He has like 10 streams, but he always has one with more viewers than the rest. And that's the one where it's like pretty much all the general LA scanner comms, you know? And that's the one that, that you'll want to take a look at.
Yeah.
It's fun.
So I think everybody's afraid to get out of their car now. Looks like something might be happening here.
It could get crazy.
There's still some people.
Someone's on the floor right there, hurt.
I think what these, maybe these guys are locally from LA, but I think every night in LA there's probably crazy shit going on if you're just walking around LA filming, right?
Something, guys. They are.
Like what happened?
They are American, but I'm not. You know.
Little planes tend to be safer. Yeah, basically that's what Jimmy tells me. His plane doesn't go very fast, so he can land like anywhere.
Covering her face.
So if there is an issue, like he can land in like a tiny little landing strip. Like
Trump just tipped $2.
Jackie yeah. I'd rather drive. Houston's not that far. Alex Jones just predicted your death. Don't do it, Daddy C. Come on, guys. Come on. Just don't pray to Allah and the plane won't crash. Yeah, no, there's no chance of that happening. Like Colsey, you should make all your videos public before the flight, Ping, just in case. I probably will make a lot more of the old private streams public, but here's the issue with the live streams. My live streams get no views after they're done being live. So there's like no incentive for me to actually leave them public because they get nothing. Even the big ones where I get like 300 plus watching, after the stream ends, it just does get... YouTube will not recommend my content anymore.
Not even protest, nothing happened.
There's a tow truck.
That goes for live streams, and then it'll barely recommend the... like, you look at the last one I did with Aaron Rodgers, it got like 10K views. 7 to 8K of those views...
They leave it like this.
7 to 8K, 7 to 8,000 of the views are all from my notifications, my subscriptions, the subscriptions tab, and like 1 to 2,000 are from recommendations. And it's not that video just tanked, like, and nobody liked it. It's got the same analytics as like every other video. So, you know, one way around the shadow ban throttling is live streams. They don't really throttle live streams as well, or maybe they don't want to. It seems like YouTube's offering me a path of like, the only way to survive is you're going to have to be small and fan funded. That's it. We're not going to push you or recommend you anymore. At least now. Maybe it'll change in the future. Let's see. Maybe we'll get a quiet night
Yeah, dude.
tonight, and then tomorrow we hit it again.
Just don't go to Home Depot. We're not. Look, it's okay. Chad is not going to make Home Depot a thing, too. Actually, look, this place is boarded up, too. They must have. This is like. It's an urgent care.
Right now, so.
They try to break into an urgent care, bro. Like, what?
Yeah, they probably got fucking drugs in there, dude.
That would be really good. But
Like, what do you think they're going to want to hit the most? Shit that has drugs. They want their free stolen drugs. And then a lot of them, they can't even get them because they need prescriptions or whatever. I don't know. But that makes perfect sense. So there's still something going on with Lord Hito over here. I noticed the two that almost, the one that got jumped and the one that had to break into that apartment or whatever to survive, to get away from the police. I haven't seen them streaming out here today.
Helicopter's right there, though. It seems like the helicopter's patrolling them. Huh. Maybe out here over there.
Guys, hey cops, Lord Hito, he's not supposed to be out there. Go arrest him. Give us some content. Get over here and arrest these streamers, dude. No, I'm just kidding.
The cop's gonna try to arrest us.
That's what I'm saying. You would think at a certain point, if you're like the only person out there, and they're trying to make a statement of everybody needs to be inside and out of this area, they're probably gonna arrest you. And if you have a press badge, they'll probably process you and just tell you to go home.
Something's definitely going on over there.
What's going on, chat? Should I start being like Twitch and just calling you guys chat? What's going on, chat? Come on, chat. My live streams are tame, though. I don't know, Blake. Live streams like this are risky because anything can happen. Like if somebody was to get killed right here, right now, I'd probably get a strike on this video. So there's that risk with live streams. But yeah, they I don't know. I've done a lot of AI research to try to get answers to what's going on. And yeah, AI says it's harder to throttle and shadow ban live streams.
Yeah, let's go find out. Everyone's shaking a spot here. Let's go to our next spot.
Yeah, I don't think if anything happens, it's going to be like a few little isolated incidents. It's not going to be like large crowds. It's not going to be like what we saw with people hiding behind dumpsters, throwing fucking rocks and fireworks at the police. That shit's done with. And we might see,
fuck, bro?
We might see some shit like that kick off in some other cities tonight, but I don't see anything going on in any of the other cities.
I didn't even think about that. But
the other cities, like, they seem to saw what was going on in LA and were like, yeah, we're going to stop this before it escalates anymore. Worst part about it is Ping gets a strike. Oh, I'm not getting a strike. No, I'm just saying that's the danger of doing a live stream like this. Like you have no control over what happens, right? Like for the streamers too. Like if they capture some like really dark shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it'll end up probably being removed. At worst case, at the least case, the least worst scenario would be age restricted. And demonetized, which I don't think anybody cares about that. Everybody expects that to happen already. Yeah, like all of these are I haven't checked the last ones because the last ones have all been, the copyright's been taken from playing copyrighted music. But the ones that I didn't play copyrighted music, yeah, they were all demonetized. Like they don't want you covering this shit.
Bro, this is like a guy just walking with a bottle.
Yeah, we might end this at 11. Just do a 2-hour stream tonight. Or actually, I think I do have some more shit to react to. Let me pull that up. We'll keep checking in on these. Well, let's get to some of this other shit. That's right. I forgot I had a bunch of links bookmarked. Yeah. Okay. So Austin, this is let's take a look. What they're doing in Austin.
Thanks for watching this edition of the Fox 7 Austin Crime Watch digital exclusive. I'm Dave Freilich. We're taking a look at some of the crime stories that have made headlines recently in our area.
I think this is the right one.
An anti-ICE protest in downtown Austin led to more than a dozen arrests and vandalism. Protests started peacefully at the Capitol, and as it grew, so did safety concerns. Nearly a dozen people now face criminal charges. Fox 7 Austin's Tan Radford has more.
Tensions are high Monday night.
So you can see they did start getting rowdy in Austin. They're going to say like, oh, the police started it by shooting tear gas. That's always a lie. Most of the time it's a lie. The police never started. And if they are the ones that started by shooting tear gas, it's usually after a ton of warnings to get off the street and obey their orders, right?
Night as demonstrators take to the streets of downtown Austin.
No ICE, no fear.
Protesting against the Trump administration's crackdown on illegal immigration.
Oh, I like this reporter calling it what it is. Crackdown on illegal immigration. Thank you. Thank you.
A ripple effect across the nation. Hundreds of activists gathered in front of the state capitol, waving flags and holding.
I mean, if you were to guess what the person giving the speech would have looked like.
Signs and a display of emotions. The group
they all look. They all have a similar look.
Federal building where immigrants are held, and the protests escalated.
The crowd ultimately gathered in front of the federal building, where some individuals began defacing the property with graffiti.
Okay, that's the first fuck around. Right? Again, all the leftist media, everybody will cover up and go, well, it's still a peaceful No, you're breaking the fucking law. Okay, first of all, you're breaking the law by having a protest without a permit. I think there's ways you can have a protest without a permit and be okay. Blocking the streets and spraying the walls with graffiti. That's not one.
Recognizes Mr. Jordan from Ohio.
I hit my mouse and moved it the wrong direction. Where'd I leave off?
Waving flags and holding signs in a display of emotion.
Westward along 8th Street. Agitators began throwing rocks at officers, and one officer was spit on in the eye by a protester.
Boarded windows, abandoned scooters, and destruction, all evidence of the aftermath from the demonstration organized by Party for Socialism and Liberation.
The Communist Party. Call it what it is. Organized by a bunch of fucking communists.
Any police violence against the protesters was simply unacceptable all across the country.
Why do they always have a nose ring?
We've been basically seeing the police and law enforcement.
Is that the universal sign that you're a crazy person? Is the nose ring? Is it?
Repressing protesters like they were here in Austin.
Leba Khan, an organizer of Monday night's emergency protests, says the activists are standing in solidarity with protesters across the nation and expressing their First Amendment rights. Austin Police and Texas Department of Public Safety de-escalated the demonstration with tear gas and pepper balls. There were
I love me them pepper balls.
At least 12 arrests made for unlawful behavior. Tuesday, demonstrators camped out in front of the Travis County Jail, waiting on the release of those detained.
It's horrifying to see this happening in our own community. We want to condemn APD and the DPS's violent tactics and their eagerness that they showed to suppress community members.
Law enforcement officials argue there are safer ways to get a message across.
We will not tolerate any unlawful, violent behavior that puts members of our community and our officers at risk.
Don't fuck around in Texas.
One man is behind bars and a 4-year-old is dead after a crash in South Austin. This happened around.
Okay, yeah, it's a bunch of other news too. By the way, we had some crazy, not last night, the night before, we had a bunch of people die from flooding. People driving to work, getting a little too ballsy with the crossing. I mean, some of the videos I saw, it's beyond stupid. Like you can literally see all the people, all the vehicles floating in front of you that didn't make it across, but yet they still fucking try. Look, maybe in a different area, pointing out that he's Mexican would be a big deal. Everybody's fucking Mexican over here. Okay? It's, of course, everything that happens, there's going to be a Mexican involved in this part of the country. All right, let's see what else we got. So yeah, that's why we're not seeing any more of this shit in Austin right now. The police did not put up with it. See, Apparently Hassan's in a lot of trouble.
Joining us from Tel Aviv is NBC News correspondent Matt Bradley. Matt provided you and your crew in a safe location. Can you please tell us what's going on?
We are hearing, right now, outgoing missiles and we're hearing incoming missiles.
So this is from 8 hours ago. We're just catching up on the news of the day.
So we're actually in the safe room right now. This
On the left side of your screen, just so you know what we're seeing, we're seeing
attacks striking Tel Aviv and outgoing. Now, we heard this from about 10 minutes ago. The Israeli military said that there were a series of missiles that were fired from Iran. This looks like the retaliation that we've been hearing broadcast by the Israeli military, by Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. This is something that has been forecast for quite a while. It was very much anticipated, and now we're starting to hear quite a few explosions incoming.
We're just seeing the beginning.
We can also see on the left side of your screen, we're watching the skyline now, and it looks like those Iron Dome interceptors, those are the smoke lines you're seeing coming up from Israel. Obviously, their job is to shoot down these munitions before they hit. They are very successful, but it only takes one or two to get through to cause some damage. Can you talk to us, Matt, about how concerned people are that if the Iranians fire enough, it's just sheer volume that something is going to get through and people are going to get hurt?
Daryl Strawberry, this full Ecuadorian. I mean, that's the other thing, Daryl. Like, a lot of times it's too hard to tell for the average American whether they're Mexican, Ecuadorian, Peruvian, fucking Colombian, Venezuelan. Like, yeah, we just call them all Mexicans. It makes life easier.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not actually entirely sure if what we're hearing are interceptions or if what we're hearing are impacts, but, I'm with a bunch of people here who are veterans of this type of fighting, and it sounds as though what we are hearing it could potentially, it's a lot. I don't know if it could overwhelm these systems. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said that there would be some kind of punishment from the Iranians when he spoke earlier. We heard from Ayatollah Khamenei. He's the supreme guide, the head of Iran. He said that there were going to be some sort of retaliation. Whether or not this will actually overwhelm Israel's formidable air defenses, that's yet to be seen. The fact of the matter is Israel has a three-ply system, and I think we're already hearing them coming into place. We're already hearing them in full effect right now as we speak, shooting some of these missiles and drones out of the air
is
right
that
now.
dead? John Hicks already
So
going
this is a
home.
very dangerous moment for this entire city and for all of Israel. It looks as though there are alerts all over the country right now.
I had a feeling it was going to be like this.
So,
and we're looking
your guess is
at,
as good as mine whether or not Israel's formidable system will stand and deflect this.
We're looking at smoke rising from the skyline on the left side of your screen. It's hard to tell at this point, and we're waiting for information whether that's off trails from Iron Dome, whether that's smoke from those collisions, or whether these strikes have hit something there.
Thank you, John Carter.
Matt, I know
I
you're
appreciate
in a
it,
safe
John
place,
Carter.
and it's hard for you to tell.
Everybody
as
tell
well,
John
but I
hello.
wanna ask
Hope you're doing good today,
is
John.
there a concern as Israel
So yeah, we'll keep watching this a little bit.
opens up or reignites a new front in this battle between Tel Aviv and Tehran, that the Israeli military, which is already involved in Gaza, which has already launched operations elsewhere, could get.
Can they see this happening in Gaza? Is Gaza close enough that they can see like the smoke or some of the bombs coming through? I'm just wondering what this looks like from Gaza. From the people from Gaza, if they can see all this happening. Like, how close is that shit?
Overextended, or is this a fight Israel says it's ready to have?
Well, this is a fight that Israel has said they're ready to have. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu made it very clear that he's prepared for some sort of retaliation. He actually said that this was a mission that was planned for April, and that for reasons he didn't specify, that they actually decided.
Yeah, I think it was Colt C, you were talking about the ghost story that's very famous here in San Antonio, which is about the bus full of kids who got washed away. Or no. This one was a bus full of kids that got stuck on the train tracks, and somehow they couldn't get off the train tracks, and a train came and killed a whole bus full of kids. And the story is, I forgot where it's at. I think it's on the south side somewhere. If you go drive and park on those train tracks, you'll feel like all of a sudden yourself getting pushed. Your car, that is, getting pushed. So if you try to park on those train tracks, you'll just start rolling forward or something. I don't know. It's bullshit, most likely. But yeah, it's a very popular story that's been told for a long time. Let's see what else we got. I think we know what's happening here. It's war, and it sucks. There's this guy, he keeps making Hassan videos. I don't even know which one to watch. Let me see. think it's all these titles are always the same, right? These guys, like, they pump out one every day, and I like them because I don't like Hassan. It's nice to see someone calling him out, but it's like every video is Hassan is completely fucked now. Hassan is so fucking destroyed. Hassan just got badly exposed. It's like every day there's a new video like this. Let's try one of them.
It's an easy check, and we got the terrorism point. I wish.
As far as I know, standing in the middle of the highway isn't legal.
Yeah, that's what I want. I should have just got Asmongold's video.
YouTube series.
It's more Pegasus.
In today's video, Hassan is now being investigated by the U.S. government for potentially supporting and promoting terrorists.
I kind of don't have a problem with that, to be honest. It kind of seems like he does in a way, doesn't he?
Asmongold has responded.
He should definitely
Streamer XQC
get in trouble for being on the highway.
has called out Hassan for being a massive hypocrite. Hassan is also glazing
What's up, Life is
Ludwig
Good?
for always supporting him like a good little dog. Already subscribe so Hassan finally gets arrested. And let's begin with this tweet. Hassan reveals letter and
I don't know. Does he really deserve to be arrested, though?
email that the Department of Home...
I mean, I think if you were blocking the street, even as part of a protest, if you don't have a permit to be blocking the street or blocking traffic, I think you should get a fine or whatever the equivalent punishment would be.
Homeland Security sent him months ago...
John McCarter, I'm your second favorite YouTuber. Who's your number one favorite YouTuber, John? If it's not me, I'd like to know.
revoking his global entry. Global entry is a voluntary program available to travelers that pass a comprehensive background investigation. Applicants found to be ineligible may still be permitted to enter in the US, although they will not be permitted to use the global entry dedicated lanes.
So remember, Hassan made this big deal because he supposedly got detained and questioned for hours upon end. Well, it looks like it turned out that he just didn't have his global entry shit up to date anymore. And then he was trying to use the global entry line, and he didn't have, I guess it already was canceled or something. I don't know. I don't fly like this, so I don't know all these fucking programs.
We regret to inform you that your membership has been revoked. Here we got Dear Hassan Piker, and then we got reasons why an applicant may not qualify for participation include, but not limited to. The applicant is the subject of an investigation by any federal, state, or local law enforcement agency in any country. Interesting! Applicant is no...
So I moved up to number one, John. Am I your number one favorite YouTuber now? Okay, well, who's your number two then, John? I thought I was number two, but apparently I just jumped to number one. And I'm proud. I'm very proud, John. Thank you. Who's number two? Let me know.
known or suspected of being or have been engaged in conduct constituting in preparation or in aid of or related to terrorism. Interesting. Well, it seems the US government has been watching the legendary series. Okay, so basically he's being denied his special privileges, right? Because I assume they saw some spicy clips of him supporting terrorism. We still don't know exactly what happened, obviously. We need the DHS to release the tapes. What did they interview Hassan about? What did they stop him at the airport because he supports the Houthis?
Determines that the individual presents a potential risk for terrorism. The risk determination will be based on part of the applicant's ability to demonstrate past compliance.
So he is probably on a list. I guarantee there's probably multiple government lists he's on. Where's the... Okay, this is actually not the one I wanted. I wanted the one talking about him at the protest. Got fucking destroyed. Hassan is completely fucked. I mean, they all have the same titles.
Welcome back to the biggest clown show on YouTube. In today's video, Hassan has joined the riots in LA, California, and is supporting terrorism again. Absolutely nobody is surprised. He's also called out Asmongold to join him on the streets. Asmongold responded,
yeah, that would not be a good idea, Asmon.
Saying that he should probably be arrested. They also have a bunch of back and forth. We're gonna look at a bunch of idiotic Hassan clips and also take a deeper look into what's going on in LA. So basically, some quick context if you didn't know, there's a situation in Los Angeles right now that looks a lot like GTA 6. Basically, Trump was arresting and deporting a bunch of people who entered the country illegally. Turns out there's actually a lot of them, and this is obviously different from immigrants who came legally and waited for their visa, waiting in line, and came through based on certain qualifications. He's basically going and arresting people who broke the law. So essentially, a bunch of people are
I'm catching the format here. A little catch up of what's going on, and then an Asmongold clip.
That's not peaceful.
I swear to God, this is the content that's blowing up the most on YouTube. It's just like, pick somebody you hate and just fucking make a daily video about how terrible that person is. Really, guys, you want to make it on YouTube, this is how you do it. And it's easy, right? You're bound to hate somebody. So just find that person that you hate. You hate them so much you can make a daily 10-minute video about how much they suck, or 25 fucking minutes. And you will have success. Especially if that person that you hate is hated by a lot of people as well.
What was happening? It's not peaceful for people to be on the highways. It's not peaceful for people to throw rocks or bottles. That's not peaceful.
So she said it's not peaceful. Even she says that. I think it's pretty impressive that they managed to blame the fact that all of their citizens are totally fucking schizoing out, setting cars on fire. They're trying to blame that on Donald Trump. And the fact is that none of these people are ever being held accountable. This is a person who's like getting inside of the car. Like literally, like you're looking at burning cars. Hassan almost got banned for filming a crime. I mean, realistically, Hassan getting on the highway like that should get him banned. It's not even a question. It's very cleanly and plainly stated in terms of service that if you commit a crime and you're breaking the law on stream, you should get banned. It's explicitly against the terms of service. I just want you guys to see this immigrant.
Yeah, but Twitch is pro all this shit going on. So Twitch is going to ignore their own rules for certain people like Hassan. Because they want to pretend like they're not breaking the law. Oh, this is a protest. And then there was a debate before I came on live. I was watching these people in New York. And that was basically the whole debate. Was like, oh, you know, it's against the law to block the street and block traffic. And the other person's like, well, this is a fascist country. And it's like, oh, okay, so you don't care about the laws. Oh, okay. Okay, makes sense.
Run Salvadoran restaurant help sheriff's deputies with tear gas in their eyes. This entire dichotomy, it's like the Latino people are like the ones being attacked or whatever. No, this is not true. This is a group of lawless, aggressive, psychotic people that are setting random cars on fire. W restaurant? Yeah, those are illegal immigrants. Those are Americans. This isn't white people versus brown people. This is not Mexicans versus Americans. These are crazy, violent, psychopathic, aggressive criminals versus the rest of the normal people that want to be able to live their life and run a restaurant in America and pursue the American dream.
Right, that's pretty well said.
Yeah, I think me and Asmongold I think a lot of people are on the same page that I'm on. I have no problem with the protests as long as again, if they really believed in what they're protesting for and want it to actually have some sort of change, the way to be protesting would be to sit on the sidewalk, sit down, sing fucking Kumbaya, wave an American flag, and have signs that say, I love America, I want to be American. Imagine if that was a protest. Imagine if it was a bunch of illegal immigrants on the sidewalks holding up signs that said, I love America, I want to be American, being peaceful, sitting down singing Kumbaya. You think that wouldn't win hearts and minds? You think even Trump himself wouldn't see that and be like, I don't know. I mean, these people seem to love America and that's what we want. Like, it would totally change public opinion to be on their side. Hell, I would even have a hard time being mad at them. I'd be like, these actually seem like good people. But when you do this shit over here, you think you're going to win hearts and minds, dude? No. People are going to go, yeah, I kind of actually want you to get the fuck out of this country right now. Let's see what else we got. Let's see what other links I got here.
This is obviously not a...
I don't want to play this whole 25-minute video, obviously. ICE riders getting arrested in the funniest ways. All right, yeah, this was a compilation I saw earlier. It's pretty funny.
You know, covering everything.
Nothing better to do. Honor your oath.
Okay, so this is what I was hinting about earlier, where this cop, this is not LA. I don't know where this is. I think this might still be California, but it's not LA. This has to be up there with one of my favorite clips.
Enjoying yourself?
You know, covering everything.
Nothing better to do.
Honor
your oath. How about honor your oath, bitch? How about that? Honor your oath. Oh, there you go. You're supposed to get lost. You're supposed to get lost. This guy goes to jail. He goes to jail.
This is what I was saying the other night. Too many cops were passing up these people that were escalating and not doing anything. This guy might be going a little overboard, but I understand why he's doing this. This is so beautiful.
hands behind your back. Hey, my camera, bro. Big mouth. Big mouth. They go to jail. Hey, my glasses. Deflecting my glasses. The fucking party's over, asshole. Make sure he's breathing. Yeah, hold on.
Hand.
Give me that. I got it. Run your mouth with me. Now you're on your face. Oh, you broke my glasses, bro.
Yeah, you're fighting us.
You should have left hours ago and get a job.
That's the cop. That's the fucking cop.
Punk ass. Now you go to jail. Let's go.
Name and badge number.
Name and badge number. This ain't fucking LA. Oh, dude. Look, the actions of the original protests in LA, they made it to where other cities are not going to put up with even the peaceful protests at this point. Because we've seen it play out too many times.
You're such a big man. Putting a girl, a fucking 5'2" girl, 120. Don't touch me like that.
Guys, we got any bidders in the audience? Going cheap. It's on sale. You can fix her. She can be fixed, guys.
Don't touch me like that. I'm not even doing enough to protect you. You're not fucking touching my back.
How embarrassing.
We are, let me
Yeah, they always try to guilt the cops like, oh, I bet you're proud as fuck. I bet your family hates you. Dude, that cop's going to sleep really well tonight. He's not going to give a fuck.
Let's be clear. We are looking at hundreds of people. We have video. We have FBI collecting video. We
That's
are
a
collecting
dude.
body
I
cam.
think it was actually
social
Colt
media.
C can save
We're
her.
collecting
Colt
everything.
C,
And we're going to
you're
take
up.
our
You're up to
time.
bat.
We're going to identify people. They think the mask is saving them. It's not saving them.
These folks and your photographer just gave us a great
Yeah, this is the dumbass we talked about earlier. This is him out there passing around, giving out like hundreds of thousands of dollars, I think, something like that, worth of like riot masks, like the type the police would wear to the rioters.
shot of
See, he's sitting in his car. He's got his mask. He's got his goggles on, and then for some reason he takes his mask off. They probably would have found him anyway.
the box that was left behind, which showed the brand of mask. I mean, it's not the kind of thing. Thank you for seeing this there. It looks like
By the way, shout out to the channel. We Got Receipts. I think this guy's doing live streams out there too. So yeah, definitely subscribe to We Got Receipts.
a bionic shield is what that's called.
Is this a rerun? Yeah, this is a rerun. I'm not live Songs and Science. Or are you talking about? Yeah, we're catching up. I wasn't on live yesterday, so we're catching up with just reacting to shit. So, not a rerun though, technically.
Today we executed a search warrant on the individual who was seen earlier this week distributing face shields to suspected rioters down in Los Angeles. It appears they're well orchestrated and coordinated and well funded, so we want to understand who these people are and where this organization's coming from. And today was one of those first arrests, the key arrests that we did.
See, I think this is gonna be going on for a while. I think as they get the information, they find out who it is that committed the crimes during the riots, they're gonna get them. They've gotten a lot of them already. This guy punched a Border Patrol agent over the weekend. Oh yeah. Well, what's the punishment for punching a Border Patrol agent? Assaulting a police officer. Not good, is it? I wonder if he's illegal. So he insists he was pepper sprayed first. Okay, yeah, so doesn't matter. Probably were you in a street illegally occupying a road? Oh yeah, we saw this one. Best clip of the fucking century here. Goldberg! Slow motion. Look at him. Look at him. He turns around all like fucking ghetto dude. Like, oh look, gets in that ghetto fighting stance. Yeah, that's gonna do a lot for you, ain't it, bro? He got folded up. Philly, yeah. This is why we didn't see much happen in Philly. This is why it's been quiet in Philly. Almost at 100 likes, boys. If you haven't had a chance yet, give it a little gentle tap.
A large crowd quickly gathered to protest what they thought was an enforcement on undocumented immigrants. Now, a woman who was arrested protesting that day is shedding new light on what agents were really looking for. 27-year-old Isabel Lopez has been indicted on 4 counts, including obstructing, impeding, resisting, and assaulting officers. Authorities say that Lopez punched an FBI agent in the head, kicked and shoved other federal agents, and even threw a softball at the back of a Hennepin County deputy. And what Lopez and others thought was an ICE raid was actually part of a criminal investigation, one that yielded 900 pounds of methamphetamine. Multiple federal agencies executed search warrants at a number of locations. They're all connected to an investigation into drug trafficking, human trafficking, and money laundering. Officials say they recovered 900 pounds of meth from a Burnsville storage shed worth $22 to $25 million. Agents also seized gold-plated guns and portraits of Al Pacino's character from the movie Scarface. Lopez made an initial appearance in U.S. District Court, where these are federal charges, and authorities say she will remain in custody pending a detention hearing.
Good job, dumbass.
So you can see there some of these demonstrators being taken away by Chicago PD.
It's another reason Chicago's been pretty quiet. This is why we're not seeing much going on tonight, guys. They try to fuck around like they did in 2020. It's just not happening. Just not happening. What's up? I gonna be ninja. Yep.
They have weapons of all kinds. We arrested a number of people last night for curfew violations. I think 14, and 3 out of the 14 were armed with weapons, handguns. And so when you look at that, what appears to be one thing is something very different. We've seen in those backpacks that they'll have hammers, they'll break up curbstones and concrete bollards, break up into smaller pieces, which they'll then throw at police. They put them in backpacks. People are always dying, and walk around like that. I've seen somebody today walking around with golf balls in a backpack. So all sorts of weapons, all very potentially dangerous. We've seen commercial-grade fireworks being fired at our people.
If you're alive, you can still like and subscribe.
From what I'm told.
NYPD? I mean, I saw the beginning of most of these little protests, and they were done with so quick, and this is why. They're like, yeah, we're not going to let this happen. And all of them had reason to. Like, the crowds were getting rowdy. Remember if you block our cars, you'll probably get run over? This is New York. Oh yeah, you're just gonna flip them off and get away with it? No, not today. Oh, that's good. Yeah, just leave the streets all dirty. That's good for your message.
One we are looking into about who is funding these insurrectionists and these rioters and these protesters and these illegal criminals.
We know who it is.
And I have updates for
Can't
you
say
on the
name,
numbers,
guys.
by the way. Since June 6th,
we know who they are.
There have been 330 illegal aliens that have been arrested as part of these riots in Los Angeles.
Peace with the war, come to the door. Don't move.
Deported illegal immigrant and suspected gang member with prior convictions for burglary and DUI. He comes out, I'm not a criminal. I'm not criminal. It don't fucking matter. Are you here illegally? Okay, then you are a criminal. And you guys can read it, right? So the local police let this guy go, and ICE immediately arrested him. I don't think, I watched this earlier, I don't think they got ICE arresting him on camera, so we're gonna have to take his word for it. But that would be funny, right? Yeah, we saw this one the other day. This guy, oh, this guy here. This fucking stoner moron. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being a stoner, but some stoners are morons. He became quite famous for this. I don't know if they got his name out there yet or whatever, but people were, you know how it goes. They blocked a poor black woman from getting home to her children, and this was his response.
No, we can't. We're not going to. How is this a peaceful protest if there's nothing?
Good question.
No, it's not.
How do you as white people feel about stopping a black woman from going to work?
Oh no, not work.
So you don't care about stopping black?
This guy, you could see this guy. How many days of his life do you think this guy's done an honest day's work? How many days? 1, 2, 1 million, 0? That's Savannah Hernandez, by the way, asking him that. Savannah Hernandez is also from my hometown, I believe. Shout out to her.
Black people from going to work?
Look at this line that you guys are causing. I'm not causing no problems. I'm not trying to. We're just trying to leave.
Exactly. Yeah, here's a cop actually debating one of the protesters.
It's funny that they're taking our fucking families. That's funny to you?
There's people dying out there because we're here.
That's a good point. That they don't want to acknowledge. They're using up so many fucking resources because they don't know how to do a peaceful protest that will actually win hearts and minds. And now the police have to use these resources that would be going to actually saving lives to watch your little fucking dumbass, to babysit your little dumbass.
There's people dying out there. As long as you feel okay. As long as you feel okay.
That's always their answer. Well, it's a fascist, imperialist, racist. No one gives a fuck. Just get out of the street, okay? Get out of the street. You can type that shit online all day long. Go online, get 100 bots to spread your message. Just get off the fucking street, dude. Okay? Get off the street.
Oh, you know what that even means? Yes, bitch, I'm in college. Explain it to me.
Yes, bitch. I'm 19-year-old college kid. I know everything.
Imperial state. How do you think you know where the fucking we are? How do you think that America?
Again, remember we talked about this the other day. Like, these are people that believe that California, Texas, you know, the old map from like 1846, everything needs to be restored to that because we stole this land from Mexico. No, bitch. You started some problems. We started a war. First of all, most of that shit was completely just untamed, unexplored land, and we took it off your hands because you didn't know what the fuck to do with it. Mexico, you've been around longer than we have, right? Right? You've had plenty of opportunities to fucking have success. Stop blaming it on us that your place is not that. I mean, and Mexico ain't even that bad. It's not even that bad. It just looks really bad compared to America because you live next to the man. You live next to the real alpha. Yeah, that's it. I just, these people, man. Is he illegal? How much do you bet he's illegal? Most of these people are illegal. I mean, yeah. Let's see. He's still out in the street. Yeah, this is Israel. Let's see what else I might have had in here. See if there's anything else. I did save a bunch of stuff, but I don't remember all of it. Ooh, this one's pretty interesting. Yeah, okay, so two more. This guy basically infiltrate. So for the No Kings protests, they're doing these like training things online, these little training courses to teach the protesters like the right way to protest. And this guy basically infiltrated it. And this one is not made up. This guy, like, he's got receipts. Like, he was in on the fucking Zoom calls and shit.
I infiltrated a training group for this No Kings protest that's coming up on Saturday. And maybe it wasn't that worthwhile, but let me tell you what I learned. So the first thing to mention here is that I think you should avoid these areas of potential unrest, if at all.
This is Civil Defense Engineer. I'm not sure what his channel is about, but it seems like it's focused on like how to stay safe or something. I'm not sure.
Possible. You know, it gains nothing by being there. You know, it only adds to the conflict or fans the flames. You know, nothing can be gained by being there. So just
skip ahead a little bit.
No Kings protest is basically
he has the perfect. He does Don Kirby.
His lordly kingliness.
This guy could infiltrate any leftist group, and nobody would ever question whether he was a true leftist.
And you know, they don't want him to have absolute power. Okay, that's good. I don't want.
I know you wouldn't, John. John says he would never allow this if he was president of the United States. We know, John. That's why everybody's going to vote for you.
On his birthday, apparently. I think I heard that was his birthday. And he's also having a military parade that day as well. So there will be probably a large one in Washington. And here you can see from this.
So this is tomorrow. These are all of the No Kings Day protests happening all over the country. And they're all going to be at different times, apparently. Some might be at the same time, but it's going to be happening like all day.
This map on nokings.org.
This guy does look familiar to me too, SP. I don't know where I've seen him before, but I don't know. Maybe he just looks like somebody I know. Some people just have that look where it's like they look like somebody you knew a little bit a long time ago, so you think you recognize them, but you don't. They just look similar to somebody else.
All of the planned protests, these are all places where people have reached out to them and said, yeah, I want to host. So maybe not all of these will materialize, but probably a lot of them will. So you can find a black dot near your area, and you can find the exact location where they will take place. So let's say, for example, somewhere here in Atlanta, let's say, yeah, it gives you the exact location.
Yeah, he does. He seems like a good dude, Blake.
Of the planned demonstration or protest.
Literally, his video only got 5K views, right? So he's not doing this for the clout. He's just, I mean, maybe he is. He wants some views. Obviously, everybody does. But this video is all about, like, for citizens, how to stay safe. And, like, this is a very informational, helpful video. So shout out to this guy, Civil Defense Engineer. This is what America's all about.
So the ones that are during the day, honestly, they probably won't get violent. 99% of these are not going to be violent in the least little bit. Just throwing that out there. They all have the potential to become violent, but 99% of them aren't. And they mentioned that in their training, that in past...
I Gonna Be Ninja says, he's so gay, you don't know if you hate him or love him.
Events like these,
I love him.
99% of the time, they are not violent. 1% of the time, they are infiltrated by agitators or hecklers or people that want to turn things physical. I will say they are trying to emphasize this nonviolence.
Calm down, dude.
I don't know if at a higher level there's more insidious motives, but at this level it's pretty milquetoast. But sometimes maybe their real intent is implied, such as their instruction to turn off biometric unlock on your phone. They explicitly mentioned that they were worried that law enforcement would force them to unlock their phone.
Rattlesnake TV was on the Zoom call as well. Yeah, this guy plays a couple of quick clips of it. Maybe I'll check that. Maybe we'll go look for that. So yeah, he says there was a strong emphasis on nonviolence. Of course they're gonna say that. But then there might be like 2% of the crowd that they want to get violent, but they're not going to come out and tell people to be violent, obviously. But they know there's a good likelihood people will get violent. Sounds like Antifa shit too.
Host, that's the person that reached out to them at nokings.org to set up an event. A safety lead who is responsible for safety. There will be a...
Yeah, so these are all the different roles.
Now, their teams consist at a minimum of an event host, that's the person that reached out to them at nokings.org to set up an event, a safety lead who is responsible for safety. There will be a police liaison, possibly a media liaison, and then this role called the marshals. And then from this
He's probably raised by a single mom, guys. It
what
happens.
is this beautiful trouble? This is their training for revolution. This is their source for training and stuff. They have all of these roles,
legal observers, communications team, tactical team, jail support, police liaison, media liaison, social media. These are all the different roles. So these things are very, very organized.
Essentially, but the ones I mentioned are the main ones. The host, the safety lead, the police liaison, the media liaison, and the marshals. We're going to be talking the most about the marshals.
Strategy team, how this tactic plays into larger plan to win. That's probably the team that's kind of game planning all this, right? And it's like, okay, so of course we got to tell people to be peaceful. Everything publicly needs to be that we're having a peaceful protest. But then what we do is we make sure to get like some very, very rowdy, unpleasant types to be involved. And all we need is like a few people to kick it off and turn it violent. But of course, our front-facing message is peaceful protest.
Because that seems to be a major emphasis of how they conduct their protests and keep things moving along in the direction that they want them to go. And by the way, you can... You'll never guess this whole thing is led by women. Now, one thing that really struck me about their training was that this movement is led by women, and it shows. It's very feminine. The things they worry about are very feminine. Their solutions to them are very feminine. I'm not trying to be sexist here. It's just a funny observation. There was only one man that spoke in that entire training. He was a former
and he was gay
of some sort, and it was mainly just a rah-rah.
No, he don't look gay.
We don't submit.
That's a very straight man right there.
Kings in this country, kind of a pep talk. And then everything else, all the martial training, it was all done by women. And it's just kind of funny because, like, when it comes to...
I mean, again, this is exactly what... I mean, this is more like what I would expect them to look like. But yeah, this is in line as well.
Physical action. I'm just thinking it needs a masculine touch.
Oh, no. Did he just say that? Holy shit, this guy's getting edgy, bro. This is one based edgy dude. He knows it too. Look at him. He knows, like, oh, I just said it. I just said that out loud.
Which was quite absent. So, I don't know. It didn't really put the...
This guy's adorable, man. Come on, subscribe. This guy needs some subscribers. He's only got 4,000. Look at this guy. He's adorable.
The fear of God in me. So, it didn't really make me worried about this weekend. But
he's not worried. It's women. It's a bunch of dumb broads running this shit. We ain't got nothing to worry about. Actually, what this guy doesn't understand is the most dangerous things in the world are run by women. The most dangerous protests will, of course, be run by women. Like, obviously, we should allow women. Look, there are a lot of good women that are capable of being leaders, like Tulsi, for example. Okay, you can disagree, whatever. She's got a leadership personality. She's one of the rare ones. They're rare. They're diamonds in the rough.
But don't underestimate them. They did this really cringy role play where they had one person pretend to be an agitator or a Trump supporter, a counter-protester, and then how do you deal with them? Or maybe two people from their protests that are disagreeing. How do you handle this disagreement? Oh, let's breathe and let's talk it out. Let's go for a walk. It was funny. And I did troll a little bit, not gonna lie.
Oh, he's a dude. I'm telling you, this guy's cool. This guy's cool as shit.
Put in the chat in upside down text.
He might have like Jordan Peterson voice, you know? He just got like that permanent frog stuck in the throat. And you know, he needs to learn, which I'm learning. I'm getting better at it. When I talk, sometimes I get too like my voice gets high. You got to stay calm, talk out of your chest, let your voice get down there and resonate. Let your real man come out. Talk like you got a pair of balls. And the way you do that is you stay calm and you talk from your chest, all right? You'll learn, dude. Well, look, hit me up. We'll spend some sessions together and I'll teach you how to get your voice down, okay? Okay, I'll teach you, dude.
Epstein didn't kill him.
You're talking too much up here and in here and up here. Talk with your chest like a fucking man, dude.
Self. I also pasted in some ASCII, like, so anyway, I started blasting and nobody commented on that. I did.
So he's trolling in here. So yeah, funny. Hilarious.
Ask some questions that were answered, so that was pretty fun. I'll get to that in a second.
Yeah, smoking cigarettes will definitely help as well, JL Dubs. I'll let him know. I'll let him know. He needs 2 packs of Marlboro Reds a day. That'll fix that.
So that is what the role play is. And Nadine, do you want me to be the counter protester or the marshal?
I think we don't need to role play. I think they're good.
No. Please do. We want to see some role playing.
So I think we could press go for 2 minutes.
2 minutes later.
Excellent. All right. So we can, once again, forward the slide deck. We're going to do a quick debrief.
So anyway, I started blasting. It's a good solid attempt at a troll. A better one would have been like, guys, where are the men at? Where are the men who are going to tell us how we're supposed to behave? I'm waiting for the men to show up. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm not a good troll either. Yeah, why aren't these ladies in the kitchen? And when are the men going to show up to help us come up with a good plan? I'm just kidding, guys. Obviously, women are they can do anything a man can do. Anything.
Yep, the chat's open, it looks like. So it is great. It's okay to have the chat open.
He's a meme maker, too. This guy's not just a based Chad who needs to work on his voice. He's also a memist.
Hoping that we can bring it together to think about what you can use when you're actually on the street or out in public, or maybe even with your family members.
So what about their tactics?
Come on, man. You're talking up here. Tell you like this. Bring it down. Bring it down. Get your voice as low, as close to your balls as you fucking can, dude. And you got it. I'm gonna teach this guy. You watch. If he spends like an hour a day with me for the next week, this guy will start sounding like a real fucking Chad.
How do these?
That's all he needs. That's all he needs. He's already got the. Maybe he can put on like a safari shirt instead of this shirt, so he's got like looks like a wild outside adventurer, and then he's got the safari man look. And all he's got to do at that point, start smoking 2 packs a day of Marlboro Reds, and work on where he projects his voice from.
Marshals work. How does their protest work? How does
Bring
it
him
flow?
to Alex Jones. Alex
Who's
Jones
in
could do it as
charge?
well.
What do their roles actually do? Their tactics are fairly anemic, in my opinion. It's stuff like know your ABCDs of crisis management and assess and breathe, choose, de-escalate, and then escalate. Yeah,
you got like the Matthew McConaughey trick that he does before every scene. He goes boom, 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 boom. You're getting yourself trained for your voice to come out of your chest as opposed to way up here and you're around. Right, so he's just got to do that Matthew McConaughey exercise plus 2 packs of Marlboro Reds a day. Boom, boom, boom. So you can get used to like the sound resonating from his chest. All of you can all do it. You can all do it. Bring back your male voice. Don't sound like a little beach.
Escalate.
I like this guy. Subscribe to this guy and like this video. I just liked it. I almost forgot.
Didn't elaborate on that last one.
This guy's doing good work. He's doing good investigative journalism, good research.
Honestly, it was kind of weird. It's like, okay, you threw that on there. What for? Then they have 6 Ds of de-escalate. And no, it wasn't deny, defend, and depose. But I don't remember what they were. It was more drivel. And actually, some of it was kind of interesting. Now, the marshals, their job is they're stationed around the perimeter of the protest.
Who's the one that infiltrated the Zoom meetings? I said his name earlier. I'm trying to find the chat. Let me search that. Because I wanted to see more from these meetings. This guy showed very little from the meetings. Ah, you said it earlier. I can't remember the name, though. Anybody in the chat remember who it was that infiltrated the meetings so I can search for that video? If you're still here. And I'll pull it up. Because it's just too hard to go back and find one single comment among all the comments. Oops. Wrong video. Oh, okay. Maybe shit ain't done yet.
And as they say, go on vacation.
This was a total accident. I meant to click on the video to play, and this was on the sidebar. So maybe there's still shit going on. I guess I gotta pull up IRT Media.
Go on vacation and leave on probation.
Like I told you guys, this is where the action I believe is going to happen this weekend. Metro Las Vegas is not playing around. They released a video on their X earlier today that they have
Oh, he's in Vegas.
No plans on playing around. If you get anybody that's going to try to disturb or try to cause trouble in the downtown
Maybe I need to see if there's some more streams
you're
going.
not going to take it lightly. You will be subject to arrest. We just seen it happen right now, right in front of us, guys.
Sorry, Base Chad, dude. Good video, though. Oops. All right. Well, Lord Hito is still out here. He just wants to get arrested. He's holding it down. Let's see what happens with Lord Hito on Kick. Well, I gotta follow. I finally signed up to Kick. Maybe I should start streaming on Kick too, guys. What do you think? Right. I guess this is what we're doing. We're just hanging out, staring at each other.
Slow night with all the cops there for 1%. Exactly.
Still seems nice and quiet in Jerusalem at the moment.
It's not even a crime scene. One person need to be transported to the hospital, I believe.
Yeah, I guess most of these are. How is it? I mean, it's dark. Why are all these still got? Oh, because I'm in that fucking somehow way behind. Portland, okay. Portland wants to get in the game here. Looks like Portland still got some shit going on.
JC's right there trying to get that content.
That's the sound from Portland. Ontario, Canada's getting involved. The fuck is Ontario? You're not even American, bro. You're not even American. You're gonna protest in Ontario against our fucking right to protect our border? I don't know. So yeah, there's still some shit going on.
They literally came here for just that one person getting transported in the hospital. That's insane. What?
Hey, bro. Hey, what happened? What happened to her?
Huh?
What happened to her? Why she have to go to the hospital?
Because she used fentanyl.
She used fence? Whoa.
She used fentanyl and she loved to read this book. Look at it. Fentanyl.
A Bible.
She liked to read
The Art of War, Sun Tzu?
Art of War. Yeah? Oh.
She liked
Wait, what kind of book is
read
that?
only.
That's like a Bible, right?
I don't know.
No, it's
It looks like a Bible.
Is this guy that fucking dumb? What's up, Make Station Wagons Great Again? Thank you for the $2. Lord Hito, how fucking dumb are you, dude? You don't know Art of War, Sun Tzu?
Eastern philosophy. Interesting.
She said she believed in God.
Interesting. This is what you call a book, huh? Never seen one before. How do you use it? Do you just open it up and read it? Oh, yeah. There's actually pages with
what do you believe in?
With symbols on here.
I believe in Hitler. What? Hitler.
That's why she went transported. Sun Tzu.
All right, we're staying here for a second. Wait a minute. What?
Got it.
No, talk to that guy. Go talk. That's where the content is. That guy. That guy's the content, Hito. He just said he loves Hitler.
To our war. I don't know. I don't really read.
Hito.
I just watch movies.
Yeah. No, we could tell. We could tell, bro.
Our war is an ancient Chinese.
Go ask the guy why he loves Hitler.
Dating from the late spring and autumn period.
Bro, you need a producer, Hito. You need a producer to tell you where the content is. You obviously don't know where the content is, Hito. But you're trying, bro. That's what matters, all right? That's what matters. Let's see what CNN's saying.
I think, to me, the strange thing is some of the rhetoric that has come out of Tehran in the last 24 hours.
The audio is not matching the video, guys.
Anyone
Sorry.
who supports Israel,
But it is CNN.
the bases in the region, essentially threatening the U.S. bases, implied threat to Saudi Arabia. The regime can't afford to do that. If anything, they need to find more allies. So they tend to be doing the exact opposite of what they should be doing. I don't think they want to continue this war. They can't afford to continue this war. I think they know they're outgunned, and they want to bring it to an end in a way that is not an utter defeat for them. That's why I think they will go through the attacks. They will make sure the attacks are not such that it will get the United States involved. They will, I think, make every effort.
Nice peaceful day in Jerusalem.
And the Europeans on the side of Israel. It's going to be very tricky trying to do that, but I think that's what their end game is. And also, within the last few hours,
surprised nothing's happening in Seattle.
Might rejoin the nuclear negotiations in Oman, which is contrary to what they had said 24 hours ago. That, to me, indicates that they might be trying to maybe bring Mr. Trump into a negotiation and some.
I hate when it doesn't give you a preview.
Of sanctions that would then give them a better occasion at home in this very, very fraught moment for them.
Maybe this one is actually live.
Boss Milani. Boss, thank you.
Thank you.
Cities and towns across the U.S. are getting ready for a wave of protests Saturday.
People in the chat of these streams are like, boring. Why aren't people dying? Why is nothing on fire? This is because the police have done a beautiful job. A little late, but...
Eva Longoria, Searching for Spain, Sunday at 9 on...
Eva Longoria, no one gives a flying fuck. Okay, we'll get back to... Oh, yeah, so this is Vegas. What do I have going in the background here? This one. Let's get... I think there was one more link to catch up with. And this was the one that I teased the other day, and he finally put it out. Where he's
this is simpler than
calling
you think
out
it is.
the Mentalist on Rogan. That guy was just on Schultz's show too, and then he had Schultz. Or maybe I'll pull up a clip of that. Yeah, let me pull up a clip of that because it is kind of mind-boggling. But I think that guy has got somebody on the inside, somebody working. I think exactly what he says is exactly right. Somebody's working for him on the inside to get this shit done. So. We'll play this one first, and I'll pull up.
So I'm debunking this simply because I don't think people should be walking around thinking that your micro expressions can literally reveal your banking details. It's not true. Even the YouTube channel Podcast Cringe, whose sole purpose is to expose
calling you out,
Joe
Podcast
Rogan
Cringe
guests, falls for this hook, line, and sinker.
He practices mentalism, which is basically the fine art of reading body language and subliminal communication. He'll ask you to think of a number and then ask you a bunch of questions about the number while looking for visual cues or changes in your body language when saying certain words to ascertain the exact number you were thinking of in the first place.
That's not what he's doing here. This is illusion, and logic is the antidote to illusion. He plants the idea of, I could do this if you made up a random four-digit number.
If I told you right now to make...
This guy Warren Smith used to work as a professor. He's a young professor, obviously. And he got fired just for, getting involved in public discourse and being very logical and not following the cult mindset. And they basically had to get rid of him. But he's fine. He's been on Rogan, and now he's killing it on YouTube.
Make up a random number. I'd say, get out your calculator. I'd love that. And you add it up and you do a random number.
But he's not going to allow him to do that because he can't actually do that.
You know, screw calculator. I want it to be spontaneous. Would your wife know your ATM pin code?
Brandon, no. What is that?
That
Tard
would
foo?
be spontaneous.
You a
What you're
Tard
doing
foo
now is
expert?
not spontaneous. Saying, I want it to be spontaneous, we now have it planted in our minds that this is more spontaneous than a random 4-digit code. But logically, it's the opposite.
Lie to me. Do not tell me your real ATM pin code.
Okay.
Obviously, unless you want to. Make up a fake 4-digit number off the top of your head. What feels to you utterly spontaneous.
He even allows Joe to select a random 4-digit number, but he doesn't engage with that number at all. He's doing that to solidify that as the frame, as though he can do that if he wanted to. He has to go for the PIN number. That's a data point. Why? Because there's a reason for that.
2020.
2020, okay. So you...
In my theory about like him stealing the PIN number off the dark web, like this guy is about to explain all the other ways he could have got the PIN number, which make way more sense to me, but also seem way more shady.
You ask me, how do I do what I do? I'm going to write down 2020.
Okay.
I would tell you right off the jump for me that means that your first number, you don't have to say anything yet. I wrote 2020 is
talk to
small.
the Hitler
That's
guy.
what most people do when they're rushed. If I had given you
Did
5
listen to
minutes,
his
you would have
chat?
done
His
this
chat was
different.
like, go back,
All
talk
of
to the
this is
Hitler
just
guy.
window dressing.
No, I wouldn't have.
No, you would have. That's
Why
what I
would
do.
I have?
Because you would have thought about it, and then
No.
people go down a different path.
Nope.
No? I got a hit, which means it's a 0 or 1. I think the first number of your code's a 1, isn't it? Your real PIN code.
15 minutes later, Joe even goes, I have another PIN code.
People don't know what a mentalist is. You go on the street, 100 people, how many people are going to say yeah?
I have a second ATM card.
Can you do this again with that one? He's not prepared for that. He's not going to do that. If he could, he would.
Leave that for the end, huh?
You want to try it again?
Not yet. I don't
No?
like to do the same thing. I got to do better
I want to
stuff.
see it again, though. I want to see if you could do it again.
All right, before we go.
See how he looked away to the left like that when he said, I don't want to do this again. I want to do better stuff. I'm reading your body language and you're a liar. That's what your body language tells me, that you're a liar. You couldn't do it again.
But it never happens. But we heard the words, so we feel like it happened.
Your logo, sealed.
Right.
This is your future. Here's what I want to do. You said 50-50, coin flip.
Okay.
And I brought one.
He provided the coin. This is not a random coin.
It's a coin flip. It's not a trick.
Okay.
Magician's coin has raised edges, which allows you to feel it and know is it heads or tails, and then adjust with sleight of hand at the last moment to create the outcome that you want.
Tails?
See, here's the other thing. Some of these tricks he's using are so obvious. People know. This has all been shit that's been done forever. Everybody knows how they do it. So why, if he's going to use these trickery methods for these tricks, you think he's not also using some trickery for his other tricks? Oh, no. His other tricks are legit just him reading your mind based on your micro expressions. No, it's all trickery.
Tails never fails.
And it's fine. It's fine. It's just, it's annoying when people are like, oh, this guy could read your fucking mind.
Yeah, Joe. You're 0 for 3.
Ask yourself this question. Why does he need to get up and come over the table?
I'm coming over.
Okay.
He justifies this.
Some of this we've already seen. We played the first 4 minutes. It's like but we played a preview of this before. Now this is the whole video.
It's by claiming he needs to cut the envelope open. Why? Why do you need to cut it? Because he needs to get over there to the paper. Now watch closely here.
He makes a lot of great videos. Give this dude a subscribe.
Okay.
I want you to look inside, and before you grab it, no, look.
Okay, I'm looking.
And tell me, you see it says 2 words. Can I turn this around?
It says Joe Rogan.
It says Joe Rogan, and I don't
In
want to
case you missed this last time,
why do you?
I mean, it's very obvious. He's directing Joe's attention to the envelope as he slips his hand into his pocket slowly. That's one thing they'll teach you: sleight of hand. You don't just do the whole movement at once. It's like you do it in like little increments, like that. So it's not as recognizable, and that's what he's doing with his hand right now.
Before you grab it, no, look.
See, as his hand slowly gets shoved further, and he's pulling something out of his pocket.
And tell me, you see it says 2 words. Can I turn this around?
Now you can see even when he pulls his hand out of his pocket, he doesn't do a good job. You can see his fist closed.
It
says Joe Rogan.
So he's trying to pretend that if you missed all this context, I'm trying to help you here. He's trying to pretend that he basically was able to guess everything that happened on the podcast, and he gave Joe this envelope like at the beginning of the podcast. But now he's literally slipping something into the envelope at the end of the podcast.
It says Joe Rogan, and I don't want to touch.
Right here is when he does it.
Will you do it? I don't want to touch.
He then,
it's so obvious that he did that.
Claims, I don't want to touch this, as he puts his hand in the envelope.
It says Joe Rogan, and I don't want to touch. Will you do it? I don't want to touch. Grab that one, that pink one out.
Now,
I think Joe's a fan of Terrence Howard. I think Joe's I don't know. Joe does seem to like Terrence Howard. I don't think he agrees with everything he says, but I think he's just likes him as a person,
Joe
which is fine.
picks out the piece of paper that he just...
Terrence might be like a cool, fun hangout, but I don't know. It seems like he's trying to start a cult to me.
...placed in for him to pick out. He's using a device on his thumb which allows him to write with his thumb. So he'll pretend to write. He's done this on several programs. And then when he's holding the paper, just like I am right now, he's actually writing with his thumb like I would be.
In a fight that he won.
Past.
He won.
He's holding with his thumb, so he'll
so
pretend
this
to
is how
pick
he's
out.
writing it.
He's using a device on his thumb which allows him to write with his thumb. So he'll pretend to write. He's done this on several programs. And then when he's holding the paper, just like I am right now, he's actually writing with his thumb like I would be.
In a fight that he won.
Past, present.
Oh, that makes sense too, because it's a little slip. Because I was thinking, well, wait a minute. If you have a whole page, like it's going to be hard to like actually write the whole page without. But if it's like that thin width-wise, then he could just have it on the side that his thumb's on and actually write. And cover the whole page rather than just be. I don't know if you're following me, but trust me, I'm making sense.
Present and future.
That's insane.
Past, present, future.
The one everyone wants to know is how did he guess the pin? If this guy would allow me to write 4 numbers down on a piece of paper, memorize that, put it in my pocket, don't input it into a computer. If you could tell me what those 4 digits are, analyze away, I'll give you my crypto. You can't do it. It's not possible. I see many mentalists on YouTube performing the same trick. The most logical explanation is that this is the technique they're using. It's simple technology. It allows you to pick up a heat signature. Mark Robert did a video on it.
In this video to show you how to protect yourself from a brand new and really easy way for a bad guy to steal your ATM PIN code with an iPhone.
So think about this. If this guy is going this far for this trick, that he's literally using the same techniques that scammers use to steal your fucking PIN code, is that maybe going too far?
Accessible to everyone. Don't go doing this.
And then I step up to make my purchase. So that was it. And it clips onto the back of an iPhone and it displays infrared, which basically allows you to see the temperature of things. You type your PIN code into a debit card machine like this. And as you can see.
So yeah, basically you just need a guy. Obviously you're not going to do it. That follows Rogan to a gas station as he pumps gas, and then you just use it next, and you have his PIN code.
In this case, the PIN code was 12345.
He's not going to sue me cold C. Obviously, he talked to lawyers who told him how much of a waste of time that was.
Well, how did he do it on Joe?
And I only privated that video because I was planning on moving it to my second channel, but I'll probably republic it again because I don't know. I'll probably actually move it to my second channel. Problem is, I just run out of time to do all this shit. It's so time consuming. Seriously, like it is. I need teammates, man. People that like seriously. These streams, you're welcome to cut them, clip them, whatever you want to do. You want to post them to your page. You want to give them to me to post them. If you do, you give them to me to post them. And some reason they make money, I'll send you something. But yeah, I could use some help if anybody wants to clip and cut shit.
Joe Rogan. One thing I'm certain of is that Oz Perlman works with a wire gang, is what pickpockets call them, an assistant, a field researcher. He has someone working with him often. I would ask Joe, did anyone deliver a package to your house? Uber Eats? Usually people use the same gas station multiple times in a month.
And this is very true. Like everybody does. Everybody has like a gas station by their house that they use all the time. So all you got to do is, you know where somebody lives, and you just follow them. You just wait like a private eye for them to go to the gas station and get gas, and then boom.
That's probably the most likely, is that they waited for him to get gas. He goes up to the pump, you go up after him, you have the PIN. From over here, I could use a camera and just watch someone input a key code 100 feet away.
So yeah, literally you could be across the street from the gas station that Joe's at, and you could just zoom in and just... There's 100 different ways to do it.
200 feet away, 300 feet away. I can't know for sure which of these techniques he used, but I can tell you one thing. He knew that PIN number sitting down with Joe. Is this immoral?
Discord, J-Dubs. Discord, it's in the description.
Well.
Or you can DM me on X.
Did he steal?
But Discord's the best way.
Steal anything? That's up to you. And he even acknowledges how it's so easy to communicate things through signals.
You right now got the best two-person codec in the world in here, they would do nothing. She would literally be in another, she could be 100 feet away behind this person's back. Those are for letters. You only have 26 options. Do you have any idea what this is right there? Somebody effective right now, just this right now, and pausing them before they
See, that's not even my music. That's his music. I bet you guys thought that was my music the whole time.
say a word could have given you a full credit card number.
How did he do Muhammad Ali? He's doing research. Joe has often spoken about Muhammad Ali, odds of probability, given the amount of times he's talking about him on the show, but he didn't.
Say it. Who do you see right there in that chair? Say it. What's their name?
Miles Davis.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
So what he's saying here is like, he actually got it wrong at first, so he makes him pick somebody else.
So what does he do? He reframes. He says, okay, roll it back in your mind. I love he phrases this. Let's make this even more, and he treats it as though this will make it even.
That's Brandon L. I'm telling you, that's probably what happened. And he's got other, so after this, we're gonna watch what he did on Flagrant. That one's gonna be even harder to disprove. But you know he's not reading people's fucking minds, right? That, you know, it's not happening. So how is he doing it? That's fun to try to figure out how he's actually doing it. And in this case, he's breaking the law.
And more amazing.
Because I like this. Here's what I always like to do.
The Mentalist, yeah.
I always call it the graph.
It's magic. If this was like the year 2000, he'd be like David Blaine calling himself a magician. But I guess being a magician doesn't sell as well as being a mentalist.
This is greener. I can see when people's eyes shift. When they have one person and they're like, I want that person. But that's the front of their mind. I can always get in the front. But for this to be a legendary ending, who is in the back? Who is the...
See, so the first guess, it wasn't right. That's not... He needs him to guess again, but he can't just say, hey, oh, no, guess again, because I got it wrong. No, he's got to be like, oh, no. Oh, but that's in the front of your brain. I want who's in the back of your brain. It's all trickery, dude.
The person you thought of before Miles Davis, tell us.
Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad Ali, right?
Yeah.
That's what I love. The gold standard. The reason you're going to talk about this for years.
Claire, there are parts of this, I don't know how he does everything that he does at all. It is impressive, nonetheless. Don't get me wrong. The true illusion is the explanation that he offers. I understand that, and honestly, it's just...
See, people that say I'm dumb, I had the same opinion as this genius before he said it. You guys who watch this show regularly, you know that's the same thing I said. The scam is that he's saying it's I'm reading your mind. Like, it's still crazy what he's doing, right? But yeah, that's the trickery, is that like, oh, I'm doing this by reading your mind and your micro expressions, and that's all bullshit. So yeah, here's what he did on Flagrant the other day. This one was, this one's going to be probably harder. I think he has to have somebody on the inside here. He had to have somebody on the inside. Maybe he's paying people, you know, like, think about it. If you're like some intern, like, I know Flagrant probably has interns. And if you're some intern working there and it's like, oh, here's 10 grand. Like, how much money is he going to make back by getting this kind of publicity? Here's 10 grand. I need you to do this. Yada, yada, yada. But this one's so much harder to fucking debunk. I want to see if that dude tries to debunk this one, Warren Smith.
Close your eyes.
Okay.
I want you to go back in time, and I want you to picture the face of the first girl you ever had a big crush on.
Mm-hmm.
Before me asking you to think of this person, when was the last time she'd even entered your mind? Be honest.
Probably a year and a half, yeah.
Think of the letters, mix them up.
Yeah.
Don't say it. Grab one.
Okay.
Right now in your head. You got it? Open your eyes.
Yes.
Look at the word.
Mm-hmm.
And you didn't go to the end. You didn't do the last letter, did you?
No.
Didn't feel like it. It went like a back and forth, and you debated between two, and then you jumped to the later one. D. Are you thinking of a D? Don't say anything. He thought of the D, and he switched to the one right before it. Bam. Totally knew that. You freaking liar. I knew you did the D. Here's the thing. Everybody who's a podcast listener, I wrote it down. I've showed it to Alex, Akash, and Andrew. Is that correct?
Yeah.
What would you peg the percentages that I could have found this from social media or somewhere? Is it like 0.5%, little percent, just zero? There's no way you've ever posted this, ever talked about this ever. Is that a fair assessment?
Yeah, probably
Tell us all.
never talked about it.
What's her name?
The name is Jordan.
Jordan is the name of his first crush. Shit. Jordan is the name of his first crush.
Holy
shit.
Yeah, but do you remember everything you've ever posted? I'll go on, like, dude, if I was to go on MySpace right now, or like my old Facebook shit, I guarantee you there would be all kinds of shit I posted about that I don't even remember fucking posting about. So I don't think that's enough. Oh, is there any way you could have, like, of course you probably don't remember posting about some shit 20 years ago. There was another clip. This is not the right one. There's a clip where he has him open the book, and there's like 2 books that were already on the, supposedly already at the location that he had no access to, and he's like, open this book, pick a word from the book, and then he guesses the fucking words. And that one is like, what? Again, there's something he's doing here. What's this guy's name? Oz something? Oz the Mentalist. Let me see if I can find that clip. He's got to be on here. I saw it was on fucking Instagram. Maybe I got to go find it on Instagram. Yeah, let me go Instagram, find it on Instagram, because I'm pretty sure I saw it on Schultz's page on Instagram. Give me a second here, guys. Sometimes it takes time to find things. I definitely want to play this. Here we go.
My books. Here's what I'm going to do. I don't want to look at it. I'm going to flip through this book. Like this. Whenever you want, you're going to say stop. And I'm going to go through it whenever you want. Is it right there? I want you to take a look at the first word or two on the page. Is there any way in the world I influence where he would stop?
No.
Perfect. Did you each look at a word?
Yeah.
You were quick on it. Did you do the first word?
Correct.
Did you also do the first word?
Yes.
I wonder what that means. Take this. I'm going to go nice and slow. Bring your book close to you. As I'm going, yell out stop.
Stop.
Tell us what page we're on.
138.
Open it up. Look at the first word on the page. Did you look at the first word?
Yep.
Close it.
No. Totally forgot I'm not on screen.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
I'm scared. I don't know.
Your lips, he's been doing this. Right, he's in, word starts with an M, doesn't it?
See, that part I think is bullshit. Like, oh, you're going like this? That means it's an M. Now, M, you don't even make that face with an M. That's usually what someone does when they're trying to hide something, which you're making them try to hide something. So, again, this is the part that's bullshit.
Shit. And then we're in Manhattan. Is the word Manhattan, boys?
It is Manhattan.
Crazy.
See, here's one thing. They both picked the first word. That, maybe he knows that. Maybe you do enough study or just whatever. That's the way people are. You know, if you give them a choice, they're just going to pick the first word. Or maybe he made them do it so quick that what else are you going to pick other than the first word? But then he supposedly opened up to a random page. This one is insane.
He asked me, how does it work? The last letter is helpful with a lot of words. Plurals. Right? The way you did that. Last letter's an S, isn't it? Books about the CIA. Something to do with food. Hold on, don't look. I'm going with this. I'm done. I wrote it. Look at us.
Hold on. Let me just. You forgot the word? No, I got it.
Tell us, what's the word?
Tourists.
Tourists. Everybody, yeah, tourists is what I wrote down.
I don't believe it. I mean, I believe like this is high level fucking magic. You know, magic tricks. Anyway, that is pretty fucking crazy. Yes, the trick is the fake read. Well, apparently he had no access to those books. Those books have been at the studio before him. So I think at some point, but then the page is random. There's a way he did this, and this is this guy's living, to spend all night figuring out how to come up with tricks like this. Congratulations. It is insane, though. It is insane. And yeah, there is a lot of intelligence, like with reading body language and stuff. There is a lot of reality to that, like ways to trick people's minds. Like a lot of like the sleight of hand shit is all based on like just knowing how like the brain works and how you see things. Anyway, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. Let's check in. Let's see anything happening.
I'm learning this. Why is this guy the only one doing frequency?
Looking peaceful. Anaheim.
Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm not burning anywhere, am I?
No,
Portland.
it was the rubber. Hey, grab that. Oh, careful.
Okay, so it sounds like Portland is
Yeah, the big rubber one. The big rubber one.
This is the audio we're hearing from this one right here.
Oh shit!
This is Anaheim.
Yeah, so when this exploded,
What are they doing?
it had a
So
bunch
yeah,
of
these are
little
these
tiny
TikToks.
balls
Here's
in
the
it,
thing, guys.
and it shot
All
off
of the
this
like
end. There it goes.
the
Watch
commie
out.
left-wing people,
Watch out! Stand up, Lynn!
They all use TikTok. So all the good streams are on TikTok.
No, not upwind!
Okay, I guess I gotta bite the bullet. Let me see. I'll try to go to. I'll go to fucking TikTok. See if I can get. I don't even know how to search TikTok. We'll have to figure it out. Fucking TikTok. No.
Hey bro, come on, this dude been messing with.
Shut up.
DR Doom super chatted $5. Thanks for your streams.
You're welcome.
All right. How do you
Thank you for your support, Dr. Doom.
TikTok live. Ooh, these went up. Let's see. Stop turning the sound on automatically. I don't know TikTok, so I'm probably not even gonna. They don't even have like an item to search by name. You know, like you wanted to search ICE protests. Let me see. There's got to be a search function somewhere. These dudes are probably using their phone. I'm on my computer. I'm not using my phone. Here we go. Here's a search button. Let's see what I can get. Let's see what's going on. Okay, well, all right. I'm finding shit already. Let's see. So this is Tempe, Arizona. Okay, I guess you gotta go to TikTok, the comedy platform, for all the action. Quite a few people out there. Oh, looks like Phoenix has an anti-ICE protest. Okay. Oh, okay, so TikTok has this thing where they won't let you open up multiple windows. Yeah, it will not let me open it. So if I try to open up another window, it will only open up this one window. I can only do one live stream at a time on TikTok.
See, they block the roads now.
What a bunch of bullshit. It looks like Tempe and Phoenix are the only thing going on right now. This is Tempe.
Conquering a land.
This is
by
Phoenix.
Bringing your fucking nasty ass diseases here and poisoning the people here. I mean, go off, Typhoid Mary.
Which one is this one?
Holding it down out here.
You good?
Okay, I can't listen to that anymore.
Answer. They're coming in legally. Asylum.
Yes, this is more another angle of Tempe.
They're all legal. I'm sorry you guys don't like having, don't like that it's legal. You don't like people with brown skin, but we do.
Live Friday 13th. Yes, I think he's just following all the crimes going on in LA. I don't think this has to do with the protests.
How about that? How about them apples?
I think he's just filming whatever the fuck's going on in Las Vegas.
Hang on, I won't be able to hear you. Just give me a few minutes when I start walking away here.
Yeah, this is. I'm
It's
gonna
supposed to be
close
over
that
at
one.
10, so. I have a
Interesting.
feeling the cops are going to be showing up at some point. There's already one here. He's been very cool, though. He's just make sure that no one stays out in the medians.
Now, this is Phoenix. Looks like they're trying to block streets. Let's see how long that lasts. I gotta take a piss. Be right back.
Let's go. Oh, we got fireworks. Yeah, that's gonna bring the cops in. For sure. Mask is on. Masks are going on now. 1 second, y'all. Because they're going to get us gas with those fireworks. So I got to put my mask on. I ain't scared of no cops. I've been doing this in 2020, baby. Ooh, I don't know whose water bottle this is, man.
What's going on here? What did I come back to? Or are they getting ready for...
I know this looks ridiculous.
I know a lot of you dudes can fix her, right?
Mouse
shit.
isn't to hide my face, it's to protect it from...
Let's see, we'll jump back and forth because I can't open multiple ones. We got to jump back and forth.
Broken just about every commandment there is. So,
This is
if you want to
Tempe.
compare my sin to his, go ahead. I'm going to win it.
This is another Tempe one. It seems like this is the only place that hasn't fucked around and found out yet. So they're still out in the streets protesting. Everywhere else they fucked around and found out.
These are like the last of them.
Wrong one. Yeah, I don't know. I think we're gonna have to call it and come back tomorrow and see what's happening tomorrow. You guys, should I wait to see if anything happens out here or what? It doesn't. It's possible, but I doubt it.
I'm telling you, I knew they were gonna do that. Just start blocking traffic so they can't come in.
Oh, are they blocking? If they block traffic, then. Oh, these vertical. I hate this vertical shit.
They blocked the traffic.
Well, that's gonna be a problem now, ain't it?
Told you they blocked the traffic.
Here, I can.
They're like, that's it, we're closing the roads down. Nobody in.
Bigger on here.
So everybody's just gonna start leaving now.
It doesn't look like they're blocking
Yeah,
traffic.
pretty much, because they blocked all the cars from coming through now.
Or the cops blocking traffic. Because the protesters look like they're actually doing things right on the sidewalk.
You know what I mean? Now they're gonna come over and be like, all right, it's an unlawful assembly, guys.
Oh, so he's saying this is the police blocking traffic. The police gonna come. Well, let's see. Maybe I should hang out and wait for this to see what happens.
Everybody say, what?
I mean, you never know. You never know.
Over here? We're gonna do a lap for get out of here. Party's over, guys. Party's over.
He's gonna leave before the cops come.
Party's over, guys. They blocked the street. No more protesting, they said. Close the streets. See, no cars coming. The street's open, but other than that, they shut all the streets down.
Is this one I Am Josh? Is that the one I'm on? Yeah.
Here on Queen, all
all know how you guys have issues with the LGBTQ community, our friends. But we will always protect.
This is where all the true believers are on TikTok. This is Tempe too. The only other one I see going on is in Phoenix, and it looks like a party. It looks like a good time.
It's a party. I went from a protest to a party. Look at that.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Although I guess it probably was just always a party, masquerading as a protest.
Someone bring a Trump sign out there? What am I seeing? Is it Trump out or something? Or are they really Trump supporters out there? Honestly, it looks like a good time. They're not blocking the street. This is honestly, I can't. They're off. They're not blocking people from traveling. They got their own little space that they're protesting in. This is fine to me. This is the way you do it. Yeah, this guy got the fuck out of there because the police are blocking the road. He's like, "Oh no, I'm leaving."
Right.
This is another guy that's at the same location. The other guy left from.
So, Brett? Yeah, Brett. There is absolutely nothing going on here other than peace and love, man.
Yeah.
There was even a cop out here just kind of checking everything out, and he left. That's how peaceful it was.
Oh, the other guy seems scared.
Tempe isn't really known for its kind police officers either. So, Tempe, Arizona.
Where is this? All right. I'm just going to say that's probably going to end peacefully. In my opinion. I think that's going to end peacefully. Let's close this stuff up. We'll be back tomorrow afternoon, guys. I'll be back. I'm going to come on as early as I possibly can tomorrow. I don't know how early I'll be able to be on tomorrow, but as early as I can. Unless, something comes up. But I should be here. Let me say goodbye to you guys. Thank you guys. What did you pull off? 3 hours today? 3.5? All right. It's been fun. Thank you everybody for the super chats, the support, the new member. Appreciate you guys. Let's see. I'll chat with you guys for a few minutes before I head out. Do protesters typically protest counter protesters as well? That was a big thing that's not happening anymore. Remember, every time they'd have these left-wing protests, people would show up with like the Proud Boys, and then you would have, that's where a lot of the violence came from, is the Proud Boys would show up, and then they would fucking show down with Antifa, and then they would fight each other. Eesh. There was always a little concern there with like, remember the guy that was running the Proud Boys? Like he was supposed to be an undercover informant, and all of a sudden now Proud Boys aren't showing up to any of this shit. And I think that's good. I think the right wing needs to mostly stay home and let the left wing go out there and just either have a peaceful protest or make themselves look stupid. Love you, Ping. Thank you, Doge Hodler. Appreciate it. JL Dubs, have a good night, brother. Quicksilver, cheers, mate. Have a good night. Tomorrow looks to be amazing. 250 years of American military. Yeah, there's a lot of things that this No King protest is coinciding with. But we'll see. I don't know, man. You see, the last couple nights, these police are not going to put up with anything. They're out there in massive force. So it's going to be interesting to see, do people want to still fuck around? They'd be really stupid at this point to fuck around. I mean, you've seen this. There's going to be no patience for any sort of fucking around tomorrow. So we'll see. I think there's a lot of misinformation in what is going on right now. There always is, dude. Let me see. Party masquerading as a protest? Yeah. There was nothing wrong with what I was seeing there, SB. I don't think the police are going to do anything there. When they block public road, they no longer go against government. They're going against residents of that city. Exactly, Dodge Hodler. They're literally trying to cause an incident when they do that. They're not trying to peacefully protest to get their message out there. They're trying to cause problems. And once you do that, you're breaking the law. It's not a peaceful protest. They can't block public road. Exactly. Where is Terrence Howard at a time like this? Terrence is probably at home drinking some fucking Chardonnay or some shit, living the good life with his wife, or he's probably got like some holistic ritual they're doing right now to cleanse their chakra or something like that, right? Guys, been fun. We'll see you tomorrow. Everybody have a wonderful night. And yeah, thank you. We'll see you tomorrow.